Yeah. Welcome to my hood. There ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really try to ride, step into the portal. Buckle up, I'ma show you where it's at. We gon' burn a couple blunts, we gon' pop a couple caps. I ain't talking about 4-5s from the strap. Psilocybin driving, so we headed off the map. What you know about? Taste the color, seeing sound with a crystal eye. Turning nothing into something when we alchemize. Vandalize the lies with the truth. Ain't nobody wanna take shots to this proof. All we ever wanted was the answers. Looking for unique, but our vision keep us phantom. Phantom black man, ghost writing in a pentagram. I'm from the place where our thoughts meet the program. Not too many open to the power that they hold. Just know that when we shine, it's the reflection of your soul. Supreme beings moving, watch the galaxy implode. We are not alone. If you not normal, welcome home. Yeah. Welcome to my hood. There ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really try to ride, step into the portal. I gotta hold on to this feeling. I'll be seeing visions through the folds of the prism. Projecting all wishes, anything I want is given. Paranormal vision, you can call it supervision. Control the superstition, make them wonder how we do it. They seen us in the mud, now we out here making music with the paranormal movement that's stronger than what you deal with. If Jesus was just a fraud, then hallelujah for Judas. Caesar is not the mob, so it just had to be Brutus. They hate when we on our job, cause persecution is useless. Proof that what we doing is more than just making music. Utilizing the truth, drop it up in the hood. Show 'em what's really good, the feeling is understood. We know just what it means to get it by all means. Supreme beings moving, watch reality explode. We are not alone, if you not normal, welcome home. Yeah. Welcome to my hood. There ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really try to ride, step into the portal.
It's our theme music. Every good heroes should have some. Ha ha. That's right, folks. Are you ready? Do you know what night it is? It's Thursday once again, which means it's time for Paranormal Hood Live Radio. What's Hood Hoodies? Welcome to another Thursday night. It's Paranormal Hood Live Radio. We're live and direct in the Garden of Knowledge Studios. I'm your host, Jiggy.
I am Smoke King.
Yes, he's over there lighting up the blunt. As you know, we keep the smoke in the air. It's changing. The weather's changing. The seasons are changing. Everything's a changing. We're getting into serious, hardcore investigating season. There's going to be some cool stuff coming right for you from Paranormal Hood. So I hope you guys are sitting back. I hope you're cool. I hope you're calm. I hope you're comfortable. And I hope you're in the mood to talk all things paranormal. Tonight we're going to be tackling a topic, channeling. Do you know what channeling is? Do you know any channelers or anything about the channeling process? Well, if you don't, or if you do, you're going to find out, or maybe you could teach us some stuff tonight. So after we do the news and take a break and stuff, when we come back, tonight's topic, we're going to be talking all about channeling. So make sure you come back with us at the 9 o'clock hour after the break for that and ride out for 2 hours. All right? You know what I'm saying? You got a really cool conversation. As you know, things are a little bit different around here now. So we talk a little bit differently, but it's okay. Still the same thought process, still the same shit going on. We believe, we just going to find out. We don't want to know. We're going to find out pretty much what it comes down to. We're going to cut through all the bullshit and find out the truth. You feel me? So with that being said, I hope everybody's having a good Thursday night. And I hope you're ready to talk some shit. Because if you're not, you're in the wrong place. You definitely came to the wrong place. Oh, shh. Just so y'all know, Meta will be here in a little while. It's her birthday. It's her solar return. So shh, don't tell her because I don't think she's listening yet because I don't see her in the chat. But when she gets in, y'all got to sing her happy birthday, okay? You know she can't hear y'all. Y'all still got to sing her happy birthday. I ain't doing it. Unless somebody wants to pay me to do it. I ain't doing that shit. They should have never gave me this board, right? See, they just give me stuff to play with and I'll just sit here. Wait, I gave myself the board, didn't I? Yeah, I'm sorry, I gave myself the board. But okay. So, let's jump into the show because we got a lot of news tonight. But anybody who's new, if you don't know how we do the show every Thursday night, what we do in those days in between each show, we spend our time down here in the Garden of Knowledge Studios, at home, at work, near or far. We search, we scour, we spend hours, we spend time going through that weird, that strange, that odd, that different. Might even sound crazy to you, but that not necessarily mainstream news of paranormal nature. And that news could be here on Earth. And yeah, I said Earth, motherfuckers. I like saying E-R-F, Earth. You try to tell me how I spelled it. Or maybe it's up to the moon, where I say Michael Jackson resides. He's still alive, y'all. He's about to go do his nightly performance. Or maybe it's up to Mars, I suppose. Red planet. Or maybe it's somewhere beyond. Someplace we haven't heard of. Something out there we haven't seen. Something in the vastness of our universe and space could just be lingering out there. But if it's out there and it's making any kind of noise, any kind of news, we find it and we bring it to you every Thursday night on this segment of the show that we simply call Smoke King's Paranormal News. So, Smoke, what goes on the Omniverse, the Universe, the Multiverse, the Verse Simmons, the Batman versus Superman, DC versus Marvel? What's going on, man? Anything good?
What's good, everybody? Let's see what we got here. First up. Uh-oh. Y'all better make sure the babies are safe. Couple believes the baby was scratched by a ghost after catching it on the baby's monitor.
Uh-oh. That's not good. That's got to be some scary shit.
After Heather Arboro, 25, woke her 1-year-old daughter Lily Higgins from a nap and took her downstairs, she found 3 before running to her mother-in-law's house. Keen to find out what had happened, she checked the baby's camera with her fiancé, Josh Higgins. The horrified couple claims they spotted a male figure quickly walking past Lily's corner of the home. Was an elderly lady who was laid up with a broken hip for a very long time until she was found dead at the bottom of the stairs. And her schizophrenic brother lived in the guest house until his death some years later. The pair are now looking for a new home to get away from the property. This is a spirit. I don't know what its intentions are, but at this point it's becoming physically harmful, Heather said. This has made us want to leave as soon as possible. As soon as possible, we're out of here. If you really thought it was real, you wouldn't be going back there at all.
Why? It's just a ghost.
This has made us want to... seeing Lily's face with the scratches was so bizarre and frightening. There were no explanations as to how this would have happened. It happened within 20 minutes, and it's not the first creepy sighting at the house. Like scratches. It looked like somebody slapped the side of the kid's face.
Yeah. Did you actually see the video?
No, I didn't watch the video.
If you watch the video, this is what the video is on, folks. You can find all these videos. If you're on Facebook, all this stuff is posted up on our Facebook fan page. But the video, the ghost is this way. The baby does alert, but the baby looks the opposite way. So either someone got the baby's attention and purposely edited in that video or figured out how to do a shadow or something like that, because it does look like something was walking by. But if the baby was alerted by the fact that there was a ghost in the room, wouldn't the baby key exactly on the ghost or follow it or something like that? So I think it's bullshit. I think these are just some couple of people trying to get their 50 minutes of fame.
There's nothing. And then that doesn't look like scratches. It looked like somebody got mad at that kid because it wouldn't stop crying and smacked it across the side of the face.
What can we say? It was a ghost. Well, let's hope that these people aren't abusing their child. If they are, fuck them.
I would hope not. But,
and if they are ghosts out there in that house and they fucking with that baby, then go fuck up the parents, not the baby. Duh. I'm just saying. That would make more sense.
Fuck is a ghost gonna slap a baby for?
What up, better folk?
Hey, what's up?
Anyway, so Heather claims she heard screaming, stomping, and laughing while home alone and even woken from her sleep by the sound of a male shout. If I'm in the shower, I hear someone running up and down the steps. She explains she woke up to get ready for work one morning and it felt like somebody was choking her. Parents have often complained of seeing orbs or ghosts on their baby monitors.
Oh, God.
It was an
But
orb.
the images can project as orbs or look like ghost trails due to camera's flash reflecting dust and water droplets in the air. I was gonna say, yeah, when we used to have the baby camera one
water,
when my son, I was like, oh my God, look at all those ghosts!
There's just millions of ghosts in the house all the time around the baby. They're just protecting
his fans on and it's blowing some dust around in the room.
What's up, Lady Mary?
Fujifilm described those sightings as blurred images of dust particles. Since the incident, Chris claims baby Lily now points to corners of the room. We've had many experiences in our main house. We've had an investigator twice, and both times they've found evidence of a presence. Oh yeah? Where's that evidence? Love to see what you got for evidence.
It's the baby.
You don't need no headphones.
We've not had the guest house investigated yet, but we'll be getting out there after this one.
Turn your mic off while you adjust it, please. You can turn yours off while you adjust it because he's talking. All we can hear is dum, dum, dum. I know it's your birthday and shit, and you're going to come in here and make your presence known and be all disruptive and shit. Meta 4. You're going to be Meta 3 in a minute.
Wait, are you Meta 5 now?
Oh, yeah. No, you shit. Are you fitty?
Oh, my God.
You fitty? You older than me? Shit. No, she's like, no, fuck no. She's still Meta 4. She's still in the 40s. Damn, I wonder if you're going to reach Meta 100 one day. Maybe with technology, be like Meta 200. Then it'll be like the Meta 2000.
All right, let's see. What do we want to do next? Let's see. No, that's a good one, yeah. UFO hunters. I should say UFO hunter spots ancient alien face, skulls, and primitive carvings in NASA's latest Mars photos.
You're an idiot.
Hold on. Is it?
Wait, let's read and find out. And then
Hold on. Let's see anybody in the chat who listens to this show all the time. Who would that be? We're going to start doing shit like this. And I like to see who really kind of pays attention because we kind of pick on one particular person usually in the news because they make our news quite often, which we pointed out last week in the 6 years we're almost been doing this show. So anybody in the chat, don't even say the name. We're going to give you a minute, but as he reads the story, if you know who it is, not you, Metaphor.
The name as long as I can, but all right. So in this is great because now this is this paper and they post a lot of stuff that's questionable. Even them, they're putting up underneath the headline of this says, the claims are far from convincing.
You're an idiot.
Wacky conspiracy theorists are at it again, and this time they claim to finally have proof of life on Mars. Yeah. One online nutter thinks he found alien faces, skulls, and primitive carvings in photos of the red planet. Yeah, that's a rock.
Of the red planet on the red planet?
Let's see. He even thinks he got proof that the ancient Greek philosopher Socrates was sent to Earth from Mars.
Wow.
All right. This is the point where they're going to say his name a few times coming up here. Okay. Anybody in the chat know who we're talking about yet?
Come on.
We'll give you a minute. I'll take a little sip of water. on, anybody. And he guesses it all.
Come on. Come on. You can do it. Roll the dice. Come on.
Who do you think this is? Oh, yeah, we talked all about that last week, Lady Maren. All about pareidolia. Nope, no guesses? Nobody knows who this wacky and lovable fucking guy is?
No? All right.
No?
Yeah.
All right.
We already know
Scott C. Warren, who runs the crackpot website UFO Sightings Daily, reckons he found an alien face on Mars in photos taken by NASA's Spirit rover 14 years ago. Oh, God. This guy's digging through 14-year-old.
He's like, I got nothing else to do. I'm going back. Way back. Back in time.
Wilcock. Yeah, no, Wilcock is... Yeah, he's hung up on Antarctica right now.
He's not worried about Mars.
Mars is, in
the mystery school. He's hung up on his mystery school. He's putting. I know you already signed up.
I didn't.
You thought about it though.
The mystery school. You thought about it. The fact that you even thought about it. Wow. Wow.
I actually might, just because you can get a refund. I just want to do the first class. You can get a refund after the first class. You ain't
getting that money back. You ain't getting that money back. Yo, that's gonna be that shit like whatever local channel.
It's too late now anyway. So I mean, I wasn't really gonna do it.
Contact Help Me Hank, Hank Philippi Ryan. Yeah, they got my money, Hank.
Let's get back to this fucking story because this is fucking great. All right. This is odd, I know, but I found another face on Mars. The controversial blogger says this face has a lot of details so that we can truly make out what that alien species looked like. It looked like a fucking human. It looked like Socrates. An alien species. We can barely see what an alien species looks like.
Well, remember, there's like 114 different kinds of alien species, and most of them look like human beings, but they're blue, and they're red, and they're pink, and they're yellow. Some have gills on their face, some have gills on their penis, some have long hair, short hair, bald, tall, what? Wait, sorry. But they all look like humans. All the aliens.
Yeah, I can easily make out the neck, beard, chin, cheek, mouth, ears, nose, eyes, forehead. Yeah, sure you can. Another rock picked out by the eccentric UFO hunter supposedly shows the famous and ancient philosopher Socrates. This is Socrates, the Greek philosopher and teacher. Every detail about the face matches perfectly. Was Socrates from Mars? Perhaps he was, he says. That would explain his advanced and organized way of thinking and how he tried to influence the world with it. Warren claims knowing more about the faces on Mars could help us if we ever met an alien species. Why is this important? A person's face is their autobiography, he says. By seeing the face before meeting that species, it can and make people relax knowing what they will be encountering.
They're going to look just like us. We have nothing to fear. They look just like humans. You don't have to be scared. You've seen what.
So
they
maybe
look
that's
like.
what kidnappers should start doing to people and stuff. They should start sending their face first and everything. So the people they kidnap and everything, or you know what I mean, taking hostages on plane. Let everybody on the plane know, hey, I'm gonna be taking you hostage pretty soon. This is what I look like. I don't want you to be so alarmed. I want you to be frightened. What if it's a big, scary alien? You know, is that gonna work still? Is everybody gonna be like, "Hey, there's gonna be some big, scary"?
They're
aliens?
not scary.
Here's
They're
a
just
picture.
tall aliens that look like us, dude. It's a
some
shack.
rocks. Here's some rocks that look like them. Just so you're not so alarmed when you meet them. Let's see. Warren's claims are not backed up by any scientific evidence at all. Space buffoons have not found any clues that there is or ever was intelligent life on Mars. Alien expert Nigel Watson, author of UFOs of the First World War, said Warren's claims were little more than a fairy tale, and that's a lot. Yeah, that's.
Is there another blunt rolled over there for this?
Yeah, it's definitely another blunt over there because when Nigel fucking Watson's calling out Scott C. Warren for some bullshit.
Oh my god.
Hi, Pot. This is Kettle.
Way.
Hello. Hi.
Whoa!
He's like, dude, you're too far gone for me.
Scott is definitely way the fuck down there on the list of fucking bullshit.
He's like Damon T. Barry gone. Help me.
Oh man, every rock this guy sees is something.
I am the Hiwa Munjungu. There's still more to this story?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because we have words from Nigel. Nigel says,
You are one pathetic
it is a
loser.
scratch of the imagination to see this rock as representing the head of Socrates, Watson told The Sun. Certainly Mars has not been habitable for humans' existence for a very long time, so it is impossible that he could have lived there and had a statue made of him a few thousand years ago. As a philosopher, he might have liked Warren's thinking outside the box, but he would have posed plenty of questions about the logic of this argument. Warren's finds are likely the result of pareidolia, a bizarre effect which causes the brain to see shapes, structures, and patterns where they do not actually exist. According to NASA, pareidolia is a psychological phenomenon where people see recognizable shapes in clouds, rocks, formations, or otherwise unrelatable objects or data. There are many examples of this phenomena on Earth and in space.
Is that it?
I believe that Scott C. Warren has a little bit more than a case of pareidolia, though.
You know what? I'll give him some.
You suck, you jackass.
Scott C. But listen, he never fails. Literally last week, were you here, Meta? When we were talking about the fact that in 6 years, he has been the most mentioned name on the news. And rarely is it something where you're like, wow, okay, that possibly could be what he's referring to. No, it's a whole lot of filler bullshit. He's a filler word person. He's like, I'm a filler. Here's some filler.
That's what all these people, they need fill. Exactly, it's filler. They need something to do with it. They can't be like us. We're finally just like, yeah, we can't just fucking agree with everything and put everything out there. Yeah, this is all evidence and everything, and just keep going with everything that's out there when it's fucking really bullshit. We got nothing.
Bullshit.
When I find the fucking real evidence that there's ghosts, Bigfoot, fucking aliens, fucking if they were really ancient aliens, any of that stuff, I'll be the first fucking one to share it with you. I'm still looking. I'm still searching. By no means, but the stuff that we talk about, the stuff that we say lately, has changed our thoughts and anything. All this stuff is very probable. It's all probable.
You know why?
But the only thing that's changed is our views on everything that's out there as evidence. The more that we research, most of it.
Yes.
There is some still credible stuff.
No, but our biggest problem is...
And then the people that just knowingly are peddling it as bullshit. They know it's bullshit.
Bullshit.
And they're just fooling everybody just to get likes and views and all this fucking shit and come and see me's and this and that and buy my books and do all this stuff and everything. And they try and it's putting a real...
It's the woo-woo.
It's putting a real damper and a real bad name to the real people out there that are looking for the answers and putting truth out there and the actual truth and stuff. Because people are actually looking at us and everybody looks like the tinfoil fucking hat conspiracy isn't a conspiracy anymore. It's fucking true. There's a fucking shitload of people out there wearing tinfoil fucking hats now. We all look like a bunch of tinfoil.
In fact, we're selling designer tinfoil hats, folks. So if you want to design a tinfoil hat, please let us know. Okay? Yeah, we'll send you one. Yeah, designer tinfoil hats. Why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying? We got some look like do-rags. Some you can go run with. Some you can swim with. Some you can take a shower with. Some you can cook with. Some you can go to gun range with. Whatever. We have them.
All kinds. All right, let's go to the next fucking...
Can I jump in here with a story, please? Oh, I have a great one. Olivia Newton-John claims the ghosts of her famous friends act as spirit guides.
You're an idiot.
Celebrated singer-songwriter Olivia Newton-John credits ghosts, including the spirits of two of her celebrity friends, with helping her career. The Grease star reportedly made the surprising revelation in her new memoir, Don't Stop Believin'. Is that even her song? Don't Stop Believin'. Sorry, I don't think that's her song. In the book, she writes that spirits of John Denver, who passed away in 1997, and Karen Carpenter, who died in 1983, have become a powerful presence in her life. Well, damn. Hold on, because I want to find out what Karen Carpenter tells her. I often feel as if they hover around when I perform, Newton-John says. They are my spirit guides who I ask to support me before every show, and they keep me strong. Lest one think that she is speaking metaphorically, that would seem not to be the case, as she also indicated that Denver and Carpenter are far from her only ghostly companions. The musician also claims that the spirits of her late parents and sister, as well as that of a friend's daughter who passed away as a child, have all been, and they have it with quotes, with me since they crossed over to the other side. End quotes. That's it, Olivia? That's all you had to say? Damn, Olivia's short-winded. I guess.
Don't play that.
Oh.
Just try to do something. I'm gonna see if we can use some of these new features we working on here.
Yeah,
Before
folks.
we get into the show, as you were reading your story, I'm just trying to get some stuff and see if we can get some stuff to do.
See, I wish he would have elaborated more. I guess I have to go and is there a whole? I mean, there's not even a video, nothing of it. But I'd like to have heard it elaborated more, especially when you talk about Karen Carpenter, because Karen Carpenter's music and some of the shit that calling occupants of interplanetary crafts and shit, which is one of my favorite paranormal kind of songs. So could she tell her there was aliens or some shit? This is we'll talk about the whole channeling shit and everything later. But yeah, that's the end of that story, folks. I don't even know if I want to hit her with an idiot, because I don't think that makes her idiot. Maybe she feels like they do. Maybe they do. Maybe celebrity ghosts have a different. Well, no, she said her mom, her sister, some kid. Maybe she's just a conduit. Okay, sorry. You had something you wanted to play from there or something?
No, not yet. I'm just trying to get something ready for. Maybe we'll be able to do something later on the show when we're talking about channeling.
I have another story. What are you doing there?
We'll watch somebody do some channeling.
Decades-long Garfield phone litter mystery solved. A bizarre mystery surrounding a slew of novelty Garfield phones. And yes, Garfield isn't Garfield the cat, folks, just so you know what I'm referring to. If you don't know, go Google Garfield, because that means you're really fucking young. A slew of novelty Garfield phones that have continuously washed ashore along a coastal region of France for more than 3 decades has finally been solved. The strangers reportedly began back in the 1980s when residents of several, Leroy's? I don't know how the fuck you say this, because it's like an L with an R with an O with an I with an S with an E. So I don't know if that's Leroy's. Beachfront communities began noticing pieces of plastic phones depicting the beloved cartoon cat popping up all over the place. Beyond being something of an eyesore in the picturesque region, the orange debris proved to be particularly maddening because no one could figure out where the parts came from, yet they kept washing ashore. The weird debris became so iconic in the area that the Garfield phones were actually featured heavily in an environmental awareness campaign about beach litter that launched last year. And as luck would have it, the attention afforded the strange plastic parts wound up jogging the memory of a local farmer who amazingly knew the source of the phones. He explained that they had come from a shipping container that had fallen off a cargo ship and washed ashore during a storm. The farmer subsequently took a team of anti-litter activists to the shipping container's precise location in a hard-to-reach cave, where they found a number of pieces of Garfield phones strewn along the nearby rocks. Inside the fissure, the group was amazed to find the sizable metal box that had been leaking the annoying litter for the last 3 decades. Alas, they were unable to remove the container because it was wedged under some rocks, meaning that while the mystery of the phone's origin may have been solved, the problem they presented to the region will seemingly continue for quite some time. So now we know where Garfield came from.
You are a huge nerd.
That's funny. Some fucking Garfield photos and shit. People like, oh my god, it's like Garfield's ghost. Wait, Garfield's a cartoon character. Never mind. Sorry. I'm the idiot, that one, right?
You're an idiot.
You got anything over there, sir?
Mm-hmm.
We got more news for you motherfuckers. Hi, kids.
All right, aliens have found us and are keeping us in a zoo, scientists says.
Ah, yeah, baby. I told you we ain't nothing but little zoo animals.
After years of human questioning whether they're out there, it turns out the aliens found us a long time ago. We're actually all part of a big human zoo. That's what some scientists are claiming, anyway.
Makes sense, though. Why not?
Researchers gathered at the Messaging Extraterrestrial Intelligence meeting last week in what the fuck?
Good luck.
City des Sciences et de l'Industrie.
That place. That joint.
A science museum in Paris, I guess. I don't know why they just didn't say that at the beginning. But
Because the
anyway,
place wanted its recognition.
there they pondered why, despite decades of searching and the highly probability life exists beyond our own atmosphere, we've not made contact with any alien life. The question, where is everybody? Now known as the Fermi paradox, dates back to 1950. But despite the lacking evidence, many scientists haven't given up hope, with some putting forward... God damn it, I thought I just shut that down. According to Forbes, they suggest that the intelligent beings could be intentionally shielding their existence from humans because we struggle to cope with knowing they were really out there. To be fair to the aliens, they might have a point. Sci-fi movies have always painted extraterrestrials and haven't always painted extraterrestrials in the kindest light, with many depicting them as creepy-looking, kidnapping, crop-ruining, probing beings.
Anal probing. I came here to stick
As a
something
result,
up your butt.
I'm sure many people are more than happy with the idea they're a fictional creation. But if the scientists' theories are correct, then the aliens found humans without us realizing and have been keeping us in a type of galactic zoo, all while observing Earth in a secret so as not to frighten us. It seems likely that extraterrestrials are imposing a galactic quarantine because they realize it would be culturally disruptive for us to learn about them. Douglas Vaughn, president of METI, further explained the hypothesis and discussed the possibility of making aliens realize we're willing to learn about them. He said, perhaps extraterrestrials are watching humans on Earth much like we watch animals in a zoo. How can we get the galactic zookeepers to reveal themselves? If we went to a zoo and suddenly a zebra turned towards us, looked us in the eye, and started pounding out a series of prime numbers with its hoofs, that would establish a radically different relationship between us and the zebra, and we would feel compelled to respond. We could do the same with extraterrestrials by transmitting powerful, intentional information and rich radio signals to nearby stars. The idea is certainly intriguing, though if we do end up reaching out to our theoretical zookeeper, we'll have to hope the aliens aren't up to anything scary.
Time out on the play. Haven't we done that?
Yeah.
Haven't we sent
That's what I'm saying.
fucking spacecraft, everything with prime numbers and all this shit on the fuck? Did these people do any research before they say some of the shit they say?
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I don't know who these quote-unquote scientists are. I mean, maybe they're just some of those people that call... I mean, nowadays, everybody's a fucking scientist. Everybody's a rocket scientist and a quantum physicist.
I went to the University of Phoenix, back-end online,
yeah, I read
underground.
a couple of memes on fucking Facebook, so...
And got 13
I know all about that
PhDs.
shit, you know? Fucking...
I went to the space science class.
So yeah, I read some memes on fucking Facebook, and now I can look at that artwork right there. Those dudes were definitely flying on rocket ships. All around the fucking universe.
Rocket Man. Burning
so I don't know who these. I mean, it's a plausible theory. I mean, he's not even calling it a theory. So he's saying it's a hypothesis. It's a very plausible hypothesis, and it could be a theory and stuff that there could be some type of beings out there, and they're just keeping themselves, or they've been here and they just didn't let us know. You know,
or they just put us here and never been here and just sitting around watching us like fuck it, whatever. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like
they never came here, and they're just watching us from afar. They don't want to interfere with anything going on here or whatever, and it could be. It's plausible. It's a highly plausible thing.
See what they do. How do they act?
It's a hypothesis, so you don't need to have any evidence as to otherwise. But he's just suggesting, it's just a thing. See, that's the thing. So he may be somewhat scientific because he knows the difference between hypothesis, theory, and everything else like that. They didn't say anything crazy and wacky out there, so. It is one thing, and we've discussed it here on the show and stuff. We joke around about it, of course, and everything. They're all watching us.
They're here. They're watching us. That's the end of that story. Because I actually have
that one.
This one, it's I don't want to call it funny, but it has a lot to do with a lot of stuff that we've been talking about lately because of the idea of cults and alien cults. But okay. Homicide trial. Woman claims online alien cult led to deadly shooting. You about to do it?
I wasn't going to do it, but you could do it.
Okay.
Go for it. Switch it up.
Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. A murder trial is underway in Monroe County for a woman accused of shooting her boyfriend. Barbara Rogers entered the Monroe County Courthouse Monday morning for her trial in the death of Stephen Mineo. Police say Rogers shot Mineo in the head at a home near Tobyhanna in July of 2017. According to investigators, Rogers and Mineo belonged to Sherry Shriner, an online cult centered on aliens and the end of the world. Rogers claimed the cult turned against her, Mineo, and because of those problems, Mineo wanted to kill him. During opening statements, the prosecution went over what happened the night of the shooting. Rogers and Mineo were out at a nearby bar in Coolbog Township until 2 a.m. Rogers says the couple had a few drinks but were not drunk. Once they got home, the victim suggested they go into the woods behind the house and shoot his gun. When they went back inside the house, things turned deadly. Rogers claimed they were in their bedroom when Mineo put the gun to his own head, wrapped her hands around the weapon, and told her to pull the trigger. According to investigators, Rogers called 911 to report the shooting. She told dispatchers, "My boyfriend had a gun. He told me to hold it here and press the trigger. Oh my God, he's dead." Rogers claims she didn't know the gun was loaded and calls the shooting an accident. The prosecution says the shooting was not an accident and that Rogers could have prevented it. The assistant district attorney called several witnesses in the stand, including a firearms expert. More expert testimony is expected throughout the week. Before the jury was brought in, the judge asked Rogers if she wanted to accept it, blah, 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 but she said no. So it doesn't really go deep into this, but there you go, folks, with these cults and these aliens and New Age shit. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't put on them white Nikes or whatever the fuck the hell Bob cult people were wearing and shit. You better think. I say it all the time. I don't, unless you're a child or someone's forcing you per se into something. There's no victims in most of this shit. These are adults making decisions to follow whoever they want, whatever they want. But just don't end up like these fucking people. Online, how the fuck? Online alien cult. Not even some shit like you can go and sit down and talk with some other.
Well, that's what a lot of this is.
Online
These people
alien
never met any of these people, never seen them, and they just follow every fucking word of these people and read their books or whatever and see their videos on YouTube and everything. It's a fucking cult. It's cult-like. Just fucking follow on every word. Oh, fucking David Wilcock, I fucking love you. Oh my God, oh, I
the ascension is coming.
Keep telling me
coming.
more. I'm
the
so glad your
tribunals,
videos are back,
the
David.
aliens, the blue Farians, the blue.
Oh,
the
Eric
blue.
Von Daniken and Corey Good and fucking Linda Moulton Howe, all you people, all these fuckheads.
Greer, Ike, all of them.
All of them.
You guys, we'll send you all the money. What do you need? Damon T.
Please,
Berry.
Please, oh, Damon, I feel
The
so
man
bad.
who God,
You lived
he
the
said
worst
God is
life
jealous
ever.
to him.
You
Yeah.
lived the worst life. I feel so bad. What can I do to help you? What can I do to help you?
Help yourselves, be
oh
smart.
my God, that information you just told us, it's so mind-blowing. That was the most beautiful word salad I've ever heard. Keep tossing word salad for me, guys. Toss those salads. Yeah. For real though. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Wake up. They're coming. They're gonna come save us. They've waited all this time and watched us fuck everything up and fuck the planet up and keep fucking each other up. But they're gonna come. They're gonna come. They're
Let's
coming.
finish up some news here.
They're coming.
Epic fail.
All right, here's one. Yuri Geller.
Uh-oh.
In the news. Been a long time since we talked about Yuri.
It's been a long
He's
time.
Really been making it big in the news, but he's making some headlines lately because seems like he says, I'll use telepathy to stop Brexit.
Oh, shit. There'll be no Brexit.
Israeli psychic warns Theresa May to change course. Otherwise, he may have to take drastic actions. Israeli illusionist and self-proclaimed psychic Yuri Geller has written an open letter to Prime Minister Theresa May saying that he will use telepathic powers to prevent her from leading Britain to Brexit. He wrote on Facebook, I feel physically and very strongly that most British people do not want Brexit. I love you very much, but I will not allow you to lead Britain to Brexit. As much as I admire you, I will stop you telepathically from doing this, and believe me, I am capable of executing it.
Oh, shit.
He added that he was already using his powers to ensure Jeremy Corbyn never gets the keys to 10 Downing Street. What the fuck does that mean?
Oh, no.
We'll look into that one in a minute. That sounds like something good. 2 days after Mr. Geller wrote the letter, reports emerged suggesting the cabinet was on the brink of ousting the prime minister, leading to jokes that the spoonbender was indeed directing her fate. Declan Lawn, a screenwriter, wrote on Twitter, I think we all need to be very careful about annoying Yuri Geller in the future. Just let him have what he wants. His powers is terrifying. Another Twitter user, Mike Tomlinson, wrote, I wish Yuri Geller had hatched his plan a couple of years ago.
Wait, the guy from the fucking Steelers? The coach of the Steelers is writing them?
I don't know if it's him because it doesn't look like it would. Yeah, I don't think it's him. Israeli psychic warned Miss May could take a drastic course of action to stop Brexit unless she changed her course. He said his powers had been validated by the CIA, MI5, and the Mossad. I don't know. I've read those CIA reports. I don't know if they validate anything. They were interested in what you were talking about, but I don't know if they validate anything 100%.
They didn't validate. They just did a bunch of tests, and they never said
They never said yes or no or anything. And never.
And it wasn't like all of a sudden you joined, like, and you just.
It didn't really. They were like, "Yeah, have a nice day, Yuri."
Sounds good.
We had to do a whole show about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We corresponded with them back and forth and email.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, we'll see.
But he can do all that shit all the way in Israel too. He ain't even in England.
Why ain't he stopping Trump then? Why ain't he stopping all the wars and everything else that's going around the world? This is his fight, though. I'm taking Brexit right there. That's it. This is where I'm going to make my stand.
I'm going to bend
I am
them.
stopping Brexit. But I'm not going to end world hunger. I'm not going to end the wars. Young children, women, and people all over the world being killed.
I'm going to bend them, spin them, and go up in them.
Got to stop Brexit. That's where I'm going to use these great powers of mine. Verified by the CIA, MI5, and the Mossad.
Yes. He is the man. You guys are under my mind control right now.
Alright, here's a really cool one. Last one, I guess. Scientists find genetic mutation that makes woman feel no pain at all.
All women or just one woman?
No, just this one woman. She has this genetic mutation. All right. Discovery in a 71-year-old Joe Carmen may aid development of new pain relief treatments. Doctors have identified a new mutation in a woman who is barely able to feel pain or stress after a surgeon who was baffled by her recovery from an operation referred her for genetic testing. Joe, 71, has a mutation in a previously unknown gene which scientists believe must play a role in pain signaling, mood, and memory. Discovery has boosted hopes of new treatments for chronic pain which affect millions of people globally. Cameron, a former teacher who lives in Iverness, has experienced broken limbs, cuts and burns, childbirth, and numerous surgical operations with little or no need for pain relief.
She's like kick-ass.
At all. She sometimes leans on the AGA and knows about it not from pain but the smell. I'm vegan, so the smell is pretty obvious, she says. There's no other burning flesh going on in the house. So she knows she has a burn by... That's how she knows, because she smells it.
Wow.
She doesn't feel it. That's fucking crazy.
That's Kick-Ass. Remember that movie Kick-Ass?
Yeah.
She like hit girl and
but
shit.
it's real life. She's like real life.
Hey,
it's
real life
thing,
superheroes.
so,
We are the superheroes we're looking for. The unbreakable people are finding their way out, see?
Oh, she's
M. Night Shyamalan knows something.
That's really good, too. 71.
M. Night Shyamalan knows something.
That's crazy. She pops and kids out. I didn't feel a goddamn thing.
She's just walking and shit. I didn't even know I was pregnant.
Everybody
Where'd you come from? Whose baby this? Ain't my baby.
But it's not only an inability to sense pain that makes Cameron stand out. She also never panics. When a van driver ran her off the road 2 years ago, she climbed out of her car, which was on its roof in a ditch, and went to comfort the shaken young driver who cut across her. She only noticed her bruises later. She is recently upbeat, and in a stress and depression test, she scored 0.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Only fucked
that's
up
why
thing
they're
is like,
studying her. They're like, what the fuck is going on and shit.
but like you break your, like you get up, don't even know your leg's broken and shit, and go to walk and just bang, shit.
Yep,
What's wrong?
I couldn't walk. So I knew that I was happy-go-lucky, but it didn't dawn on me that I was different from anybody else. I thought it was just me. I didn't know anything strange was going on until I was 65. Wow. The moment of realization came when Cameron had x-rays for a bad hip. Now and again, her hip would give way, making her walk lopsided. For 3 or 4 years, her GP and then the hospital turned her away because she was not in any pain at all. When she was finally scanned, the x-rays revealed massive deterioration of the joint. I'd not had a twinge. They couldn't believe it. Cameron Doley had her hip replaced, coping on two pastamols the day after. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Ooh.
But while she was in the hospital, doctors noticed that her thumbs were deformed by osteoarthritis. They immediately booked her in for a double hand operation and procedures described as excruciating by one surgeon. Again, Cameron felt almost no pain after the operation. A consultant who was overseeing her care, the Ragmore Hospital in Inverness, was so stunned that he referred her to pain specialists at UCL in London. In a case reported published on Thursday in the British Journal of Anesthesia, the UCLA team described how they delved into Cameron's DNA to see what makes her so unusual. They found two notable mutations. Together they suppress pain and anxiety, while boosting happiness and apparently forgetfulness and wound healing. See, there's a downside, forgetfulness. The first mutation the scientists spotted is common in the general population. It dampens down the activity of a gene called FAAH. The gene makes an enzyme that breaks down anandamines, a chemical in the body, is central to pain, sensation, mood, and memory. Anandamide works in similar way to the active ingredients of cannabis. The less it is broken down, the more it is analgesic and other effects aren't felt. The second mutation was a missing chunk of DNA that mystified scientists at first. Further analysis showed that the deletion chopped the front of a nearby previously unknown gene the scientists named the FAAH out. The researchers think this new gene works like a volume control on the FAAH gene. Disable it with a mutation like Cameron had, and the FAAH falls silent. The upshot is that the anandamide, a natural cannabinoid, builds up in the system. So she's like naturally fucking high all the fucking. She's naturally got this natural fucking.
Goalie, like what,
it
man?
just naturally builds up in the cannabinoids. Not the one that makes you high, but you know what I mean. Saying it's just the one that would help with pain and stuff like that, you know, and I guess it kind of makes her high. She's happier, forgetful. I don't know. Cameron has twice as much as those in the general population. When the researchers explained the mutations to her, a lot of her past made more sense. The time she broke her arm as an 8-year-old and didn't tell anyone for days until the bone started resetting at a funny angle.
Wow.
She could eat Scotch bonnet, chilies, and feel only a pleasant glow in her mouth.
The fuck?
That she is always ironing herself. She doesn't realize she's ironing herself. She's ironing her clothes. She's like, oh shit, that's my arm.
Oh, fuck. And then her poor parents, like, they think her parents are abusing her and shit. You look like Penny and shit on Good Times.
Oh my god.
Now, you old if you know that shit.
Let's see. And that her multiple cuts and burns heal so swiftly. I was quite amused when I found out, Cameron said, and then they told me about these other things, the happiness and the forgetfulness. I always forget things, and I always have done. It's good in a lot of ways, but not in others. I don't get the alarm system everyone else gets. So she forgets things, and then she doesn't panic about it. She's happy. She's like, oh, I forgot it. That's okay.
Oh, well.
Oh, that's all right.
My game goes on. Hey, that must be a cool way to live life,
Cameron's
too.
mother felt pain normally, as does her daughter, but her son, who carries the second and more important mutation, has a dulled sense of pain. He never takes painkillers and frequently scalds his mouth with hot drinks and food. Scientists suspect that Cameron's father may have passed the mutation on to her. James Cox, a researcher on the study, said that in extreme cases, mutations can lead people to feel no pain whatsoever. This patient doesn't have a complete loss of pain sensitivity, but we do see that when they are young, they typically bite off parts of their tongue and the parts of their fingers because they haven't learned that it's dangerous.
Oh,
there's an awful lot we can learn from it. Once we understand how the new gene works, it's we think that about the gene therapies and mimic the effects that we can see in her. That's probably, I wonder if the redheads have that or have some type of form of that or whatever, because they have a higher tolerance from pain and stuff, and like it's proven and stuff.
Aliens. There's your aliens. She said that chick sound like an alien. She sound like Unbreakable and shit. Like, you ever had a cold now?
It's crazy.
Shit, this.
On the scale, not your tongue.
Tell your kid like, yo, you just better go. You can go play sports. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You'll be fine. You'll be cool. You got 300 concussions. That's the news, folks. We're gonna take a quick break, give you a chance to go roll something, smoke something, hit the head, get a sack, whatever, get something to drink, do whatever you gotta do, and then come back and ride out. Tonight we're talking about channeling. I'm gonna be channeling the Rastafarians tonight,
Tune
folks.
into the right channel.
You're gonna hear their message, so don't go too far. That's ParanormalHooD. We'll be back. Okay. All right.
Fountain of life and our salvation. Heart palpitation starts with a soft touch and a strong gravitation of forces that launches into a true awakening. It takes two to love, to share, to take what we were given and make a new creation. That's why we hold love sacred in all of its different colors and shapes and phases, animated by the breath of its manifestations. Shed light, illumination for when you lose patience. Yes, we savor love, cause love is gonna save us. Come on. Love is the foundation for all the nations. Love is the foundation, unite and be strong. Love is the foundation for all the nations. Love is the foundation, unite and be strong. All the differences between us, a wealth status and physical features, not as deep a kind of feeling as this intimacy is. Love is recognizing all of us as human beings, from the mother to the child to the stranger in the crowd. Love receives us. Yeah, we break bread with Judas as did Jesus. We love the poor, love the hungry, the sick, the one and only universe and all the beauty within. Love is the fruit, branch, the roots of our community, connecting everyone that exists. Love's medicine heals with no indebtedness. You see, we get to keep the very thing it is we give. Love is the foundation for all the nations. Love is the foundation, unite and be strong. Love is the foundation for all the nations. Love is the foundation, unite and be strong. A form of liberation from the everyday twisted state of this enslavement. A way to strengthen solidarity among the righteous, sufferers and shysters. Love will do away with hatred, but should we show love both to the noble and the unjust? To the racists, the owners of the slave ships, the invaders, the conquistadors with their guns and their military bases. Love does not embrace everything the way it is. It breaks down walls, transforms our relationships, and always in confrontation we find a place for love, cause love is not complacent. Come on. Love is the foundation for all the nations. Love is the foundation, unite and be strong. Love is the foundation for all the nations. Love is the foundation, unite and be strong. We provide every night and day. Bless the lights coming your way. Hey.
just fine. How you living? Everything's all good. Tell me why are you tripping?
Shit good.
Things is good. Gotta love more when you're living.
Namaste, my niggas.
You gotta love more. You gotta love more.
I got an indigo flow, I got an indigo soul. I mean my gold so glow, indigo. I see you, Pinio, clear view, vision piercing through the windows of your soul. I'm medicine healing, I got a tribal feeling when my chakras get connected to them notes. Love is energy, body filled with inner chi. Manifest when I connect to source, the inner peace. He and you and I are me, we are I. Bet that you can't count the pie. Love is just a feeling we should convey a little more. Feel that anahata roar. For my sheeples who don't know, that's that heart chakra. Ana vibrate through your chest like hard rocker. So we should love a little more. Love a little more.
Love a little more.
I'm just fine. How you living? Everything's all good. Tell me why are you tripping? Things is good. Gotta love more when you're living.
You gotta love.
You gotta love more.
I tell you no lie.
You gotta love more.
Love is all I do, love is all I know. Love is all of you, love is how we flow down the river through the belly of the cosmos. Deep into the void, let me learn you all that I know. Fibonacci spiraling, then my gold is glistening. Swear my fucking spirit yelling, tell me is you listening? Though says we gon' come back around a few times. The power's all within yourself, I said this all a few rhymes. Let me ground myself, connect to source right quick. Used to be a common menace, now the realms I just are it. Floating in and out of consciousness, I connect with blue avians, the raw materials to the secret of life. Metunetta on my square, I'ma love mine right. So how about you, I love you,
I'm just fine. How you living? Everything's all good. Tell me why are you tripping? Things is good. Gotta love more.
Unconditional, swear I got that shaman flow. Infusing all my songs with love, that's how I give good healing, bro. Really how the spirits got me. Drifting down the astral lane, the realm feels so inviting. Loving more is so enticing. I invite you to strap up and just enjoy the ride, man. I'm high off tree, but you ain't gotta be to love yourself. Meditate and laugh a lot, invest in help. Crying saying that you broke, love is wealth. Warm and cozy feeling when the love is felt. I love the light cause it show me the way, but never part from the dark cause it show me the stars. Number 7, how I live my life. When I'm all complete, everything gon' equal 9. Love is always happening. That's why it ain't no such thing as time.
I'm just fine. How you living? Everything's all good. Tell me why are you tripping? Things is good. Gotta love more when you're living. You gotta love more. You gotta love more. You gotta love. You gotta love. You gotta love. You gotta love more. You gotta love. You gotta love. You gotta love. You gotta love more.
One love, one love. One love, one love. Ain't no more power than love. Ain't no more power than love. Whoa. Love conquers all. Love conquers all. Whoa. All I wanna do is
feed my family. I don't hate on you, so why you hate on me? Every time I turn around, it's a different thing. Negative, I stay away from it. All we gotta do is spread love. Obey the laws of the universe. No discrimination, no war. Maybe we can have a future earth. Oh. Ain't no more power than love. Ain't no more power than love. Whoa. Love conquers all. Love conquers all. Whoa. Ain't no more power than love. 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 Love, love. We don't need weapons of mass destruction. Over countdown from 10. We don't want to Armageddon. We the shock of the hour like MC Ren. War spread love. Throw the peace sign up, throw the peace sign up, throw the peace sign up. Oh, oh, oh. And we don't wanna be poison. Every creature on this planet important. Every single one of us got voice. And we don't wanna be forgotten, yeah.
Welcome to my hood. Where ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really try to ride, step into the portal. Buckle up, I'ma show you where it's at. We gon' burn a couple blunts, we gon' pop a couple caps. I ain't talking about 4-5s from the strap. Psilocybin driving, so we headed off the map. What you know about? Tasting color, seeing sound with a crystalline. Turning nothing into something when we alchemize. Vandalize the lies with the truth. Ain't nobody wanna take shots to this proof. All we ever wanted was the answers. Looking for unique, but our vision keep us phantom. Phantom black man, ghost writing in a pentagram. I'm from the place where our thoughts meet the program. Not too many open to the power that they hold. Just know that when we shine, it's the reflection of your soul. Supreme beings moving, watch the galaxy implode. We are not alone. If you not normal, welcome home. Yeah. Welcome to my hood. Where ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you.
Anything you say now can be used against you in a court of law.
Yeah, I gotta hold on to this feeling. I'll be seeing visions through the folds of the prism. Projecting all wishes, anything I want is given. Paranormal vision, you can call it supervision. Control the superstition, make them wonder how we do it. They seen us in the mud, now we out here making music with the paranormal movement that's stronger than what you deal with. If Jesus was just a fraud, then hallelujah for Judas. Caesar is not the mob, so it just had to be Brutus. They hate when we on our job, cause persecution is useless. Proof that what we doing is more than just making music. Utilizing the truth, drop it off in the hood. Show 'em what's really good, the feeling is understood. We know just what it means to get it by all means. Supreme beings moving, watch reality explode. We are not alone, if you're not normal, welcome home. Yeah. Welcome to my hood.
My hood.
Where ain't
Ain't nothing normal.
You can take a walk in my hood.
My hood.
Where everything paranormal.
Everything paranormal.
If you're scared of dying, we got something for you.
You got where you was at?
Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really try to ride, step into the portal.
It's our theme music. Every good heroes should have theme music. Okay? Give me 1 second. I'm slow today. I can be slow if I want to. It happens. Here we go.
Hi, this is Jace, and you're listening to my favorite radio show, Paranormal Hood Live.
Da, la, 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 la.
They're here.
Welcome, foolish mortals.
Are you back? Are you ready? Are you sitting down? Are you comfortable? Are you in a nice, warm place where you can enjoy Paranormal Hood Live Radio? What's Hood Hoodies? We're back. This is Paranormal Hood Live Radio. We're live and direct in the Garden of Knowledge Studios. I'm your host, Jiggy.
I'm Smoke King.
Metaphor here.
Why not just pull the mic towards you? Why do you make it? Oh, because you're chewing and chomping and munching and romping and making all that
I'm
noise.
trying to do that away from the mic.
Well, you can do that today because I guess because it's your special day.
Yeah.
We got birthdays and a place to be. It's your birthday? Queenie, your birthday? When's your birthday?
Saturday.
Saturday, we got birthday, so we got to acknowledge it now, too, while we're live. We got to sing happy birthday? You want me to sing happy birthday to you, Meta? No? You don't want to sing happy birthday? All right, everybody out there, sing happy birthday to Meta. See, they're singing right now. Can you hear them? Happy birthday to you.
I'm good.
You're 102. What?
Like, okay.
102?
Well, she's been age regressed. She went to the Corey Good. She was actually in the super secret space program.
So you weren't supposed to say nothing.
Oh, shit, my bad. She's been outed.
Now they're
folks.
gonna come. They're gonna come for me.
Shit, now they know you're one of our outsiders. Damn it. Oh, I just did a David Wilcox. I just outed one of my outsiders. And no, something bad's gonna happen. It's gonna come back to bite us. I'm so sorry, Meta. But it's okay. I'm security. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bodyguard. That's what I do. And can you sing Whitney? You sing? Can you sing I Will Always Love You Too? I can be a bodyguard. I can be a bodyguard. No? All right. Well, now they know. Yeah, she's 102, but she was age regressed. But it's Meta's birthday. So happy birthday, Meta. Happy solar return. Many more.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
300,000 more. Like I said, we want to see the Meta 2000. The better Meta 2000.
Oh, my God.
1,000. She's titanium. Housed, her brain is inside of her metal frame. She's been around for 2,000 years. What? We were just thinking about the future. You know, think about the future. Like if you could in the future, Queen, and they said to you, you know, that's it. There's no more bodies, or your body's just broken down. But you can put your brain, you know, take your spinal cord, whatever, just your brain, however, and put it inside one of these things, and you can still be here, you know, doing your thug thizzle. Would you be with it? But you'd be metal, though.
No, I'm good.
What if you could look like you now? What is like, you know, just you? You get a new body, period. No? You good? Like once the wheels come off this motherfucker, you've done, right? I'm with you. I don't know about that metal shit. No. Well, I did ask.
That makes us human is disappearing.
I wanted to be the $6 million man. They just wouldn't give it to me. The doctors laughed. They was like, "You'll get like a $600,000 shit." They wasn't lying either. But yeah, the $6 million leg was not given to me. I did want it though. It would have been cooler, right? Too, because then I wouldn't have all these fucking scars and shit. I just had a cool looking leg, and you wouldn't have known. Although it would have been awkward though, having just one leg that was. Never mind. All right. Sorry, folks. I was channeling the old Jiggy. So, yes, tonight's topic. Channeling. Where do I begin? Now, let me preface this conversation by saying nobody's fucking feelings should get hurt or get any fucking feel any kind of way and shit about the conversation. This conversation we're going to have about something that exists. It's been around for a long time, but for some reason this has become another one of those things that have become very prevalent in the crossover of these fields. And it's definitely something that has been talked about as far as aliens and stuff, as far as all the paranormal stuff goes. I've heard about it for years, even before the paranormal research and people channeling, and I've seen people channel. I went to church, isn't that what they were doing and shit when they were getting the Holy Ghost and everything, channeling and stuff. So I've seen channeling in person, and you know, people channeling the Holy Spirit and stuff. I've seen all that stuff. But again, it's in this crossover. This has become a huge thing, and it's crossed over from just the paranormal into the conscious, and everything's paranormal. So I get why the two kind of go hand in hand at this point, but at the same time, there's just a whole lot of stuff that I'm baffled. It's everybody. It seems like everybody's doing it. I guess, can you channel?
Oh yeah, I channel all the time. Channel surf on the TV.
Can you channel? You channel anything? Nobody's talking to you? No aliens, no spirits, nothing? How about you, Meta?
Okay.
Well, you might be a channeler. Yeah, okay, yeah. I asked the wrong person.
I have something to say about that. I'm one of those people who don't like to get their feelings hurt. But when I do it, it's my, you know, what do you call this? Some people call it an oversoul. I call it my future self is talking to me about what I need to be doing now.
But see,
exactly.
Don't have a problem with that. Don't have a problem with that.
That is perfect. It's it's you talking to you.
Right.
Okay, but you're not trying to sell it as something else. See, now I would have no problem with these people, like some of these people, like the raw Laura 1 material and stuff now. Okay, the Laura 1 material, there's some really good stuff in it. There's some really good points. A lot of people should read that stuff and follow some of it. Then some of it's a lot of woo-woo. Okay, but there's some good stuff in there in the Laura 1 material. Now, if they sold the Laura 1 material as, okay, this is some stuff I thought up of, and this is, I'm putting out a self-help book. Boom, that's no problem. Self-help book, okay, I think of this stuff. I was just sitting there, I had a dream of, oh, this is a way I can help myself. But then you go and you put the spin on, oh, I was channeling this beam, and you start making all these crazy noises, woo, woo, woo. We'll see some stuff in a little bit. And here's the message, and this is what it is. And you start putting this whole thing, and this whole other fucking crazy story on it that's bullshit. So that's where you got a problem. Because now you're just straight up lying to people to sell your shit. You want to sell a self-help book and try and help some people out with the insight that if you want to help some people out with, some of your own insight that you've had, that you found has helped you and may have helped other people that you've told it about it, write it down in the book and say, here's my self-help book. Tony Robbins, Eckhart Tolle, and people like that.
Because that's true. We had a very good conversation a couple weeks ago on a Sunday night with Project. I'm sorry, I'm quoting, but we had a conversation, shamanic philosophy, excuse me, and we were talking about that. It's just being.
It's being deceptive about it and stuff. These people, there's the people that, they're being honest. This is a self-help book. I have these ways. This is my thing. Whatever it is, I'm mindful, whatever. I do this, do that, whatever. And this is how I help myself. It can help you. Follow this method, and maybe it will help you. They're not even saying guaranteeing it's going to help. Some of them, then when they start guaranteeing, and then they start to fall into the other category. But
that's usually the preachers and stuff like that too. But that's where I come in and say, you got to find the line, and you got to see and. But that's a great point that he brought up, that he, like when it came to, I forget the preacher's name, the big guy from Texas.
I forget which one we were talking about.
But he was saying how, that's somebody who he can listen to and blah, blah, and he gets it. And that's why I come in and I say about the whole victim thing, that there's no victims in this. Unless you're a child or something and you're being forced into some stuff, which some people have been forced into some cults and religion and stuff. You can make a choice. I grew up religious. We went to church. They paid the tithes. I noticed I said they because you wasn't getting my money. You could give me some money to put in the plate, but that whole, your money's going to go, shit, paying some fucking tithes. So, some bank account. Like, Jesus want my money. I'm sorry. He can come get it. God can come get it too. They know where I'm at. And he can tell me that he wants it. And I'll be like, here you go. He comes down and says to me, I want your money, I'll give it to him. Like, no problem. Shit, you here you go. No problem, there you go. But I wasn't giving all that tithe shit and everything. But all that church stuff and everything, it's the same stuff. If somebody chooses to go there and want to do something and the message resonates with them, that is fine. I get all that. So there's no victims. We're talking about the whole idea of the grandiose scheme that this has gotten into it, where it's always some other force, some other aliens. It started with religious things, and people are channeling God and Jesus. And in the chat, Michael Adams is talking about Seth and all these different things that people have talked about over the years that they've been channeling. All these benevolent creatures that are beyond us and someplace else, and all these things that they're telling us about the future, or they're how we're them and they're us, or whatever, or there's evil aliens and bad aliens, all that stuff. But there's people who channel, okay, I channel, they tell me good things, but are they telling you the cure for cancer? Are they telling you how to, fix global warming? All these
stuff that intelligent we all beings know anyway, or it's insightful stuff that's spun, and the way they word it is just different than the way other people have worded it. They never, again, like you just said, there's no cure for cancer, no cure for diabetes. They haven't ended war. They haven't given us any technology. They can't answer science questions or anything important that we actually need answered to figure out how to fix this planet or anything like that. It's all like peace and love. Oh yes, just be one, be this, be that, dualism, this and that, and focus and raise your vibrations and come into the whole fields of this and a whole bunch of word salad. They take a whole bunch of words and they make it, put it all together, mix it or toss it up, and it sounds really fucking good on the surface. But when you start picking it apart and seeing, like, wait a minute, why is this word over here with this word?
That lettuce is old and brown and
talking
shriveled
in this way, and then what the... Oh, take this salad back, please. I don't want this word salad.
Nasty cucumber.
Oh my god.
I love the tomatoes. Tomatoes got mold on them.
You know, and you listen to what they're saying, and they bring in this stuff, and these people, it's yeah, like the Seth stuff. I've never read Seth. I've heard some of it. I've heard some people talking about the Seth stuff. There's a lot of them, and it's more and more all the time and everything like that. Again, people, we have a wild imagination. We think stuff all the time. I think stuff all the time. And good, insightful stuff, and I just go and I tell people, I'm like, hey, this is, wow, that's helping me. Maybe it's a good thought. Yeah, I'll just add the thoughts and stuff. I'm not like, oh shit, I'm fucking channeling beans and stuff like that or anything.
And they told me to eat broccoli.
Now, I mean, if I vape some DMT or something and I go, and that's another thing, and there's a lot of evidence to back that up. A lot, like actual evidence and stuff. You know what I mean? It's highly plausible.
DMT.
The theories and stuff, and that's a very, very plausible thing there. But as far as people that are just sitting there, sleeping prophet, like Casey, and I go to sleep and I wake up and I know all this information, and it's all bullshit.
bullshit.
One fucking thing that he said ever fucking came true. Now, he did say some stuff. He's got a lot of quotes that people post up online. He had some books, some insightful stuff, some ways to help you through some situations in your life, a way to see things in a different light and everything than most people go about, drone through like fucking robots, fucking mindless, fucking blah, 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 eat, sleep, go to work, fucking take a shit, go to sleep again, and like that or whatever. So there is some stuff in there that he said, but when he starts talking about all this other fucking shit that he fucking tried to predict and say and everything else, it's all bullshit. It just throws up a red flag as soon as the word salad starts coming out and I start putting the words together and everything. And I'm just like, yep, okay, I know where this one's going. And that's what they do. They're just tricking people and duping people, and they're using these words, and they know that people are easily duped and stuff, and people are looking for something. That's what we are. We're looking for answers and stuff. And a lot of the people that follow this and stuff, they've never gotten the right answers, and all of a sudden this just sounds like the right answer. Just like people who fall into religion or other things like that. It's the same thing.
Well, it's the same thing. Even what Michael Adams is saying, like. So in the paranormal field, psychics and all this type of stuff, that it's basically I'm channeling your dead relative or a ghost,
or it's not just people channeling demons and stuff
demon.
Like
I'm
that.
channeling the demon who's inside of you.
They're channeling, they charging money. Let me do this. Let me do that. Yep. It's the same
I can
thing
do this for you, but it's going to cost you.
Talking to spirits and stuff. Now, if these people was really doing that, then why the fuck ain't they really out there fucking doing some shit? Why is there no actual evidence of this shit? None.
Where is it?
I believe it's all plausible. It's all happening. We all have empathic feelings and stuff, and we have intuitions and feelings. We get things, and we can kind of sense stuff from other people that are going on in the room and stuff, or whatever like that. So maybe honing it in, we can maybe be able to do some stuff like that. All highly plausible stuff. But as far as it happening and going on right now, there's not one shred of evidence. Nothing. You can tell it's hoodwink, scamming, fucking.
You've been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Just doing it for it's just again, some of the stuff some of these people say and the information that they give, it's very, very good. It can help you out and stuff like that. That's just say, I'm fucking helping you.
It's like, oh, here we go. Let's go fishing. Let me give you a little bit of bait. And once they reel you in. So once we get past the peace and love and take care of each other thing. So let me tell you about where all this came from me. So I was channeling some being. How do you know you're not channeling some fucking evil shit? Even if you are channeling, how you not channeling demons or some shit? Some tricksters, some Loki-ass motherfuckers. Lucifer, some devil, some evil, something just fucking with you. Maybe there are some bad aliens.
No, I can't do that. I can't channel no bad things.
No, because my aliens are good.
Hold on, this is the reason why. Because I raise my vibration and my frequencies is matching with them.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Your frequency? Which frequency?
Yeah, well, I'm tuned to megahertz. You don't know those megahertz, man.
You raise your vibration of your frequency, really? Do you know what you're saying right now? Because it's all just fucking word salad. Because none of those fucking words go together. Now, I mean, it sounds good and all this stuff, and we say that we've said it ourselves, and we say it and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And telepathically communicating with them, and their language is actually translated during this telepathic communication across the fucking galaxy, so that you understand what they're saying, because they don't really sound like us and they don't talk like us, but you understand it because when it gets to you, it's translated so that you can tell us the message.
But here's the thing, Michael Adams. Like, you talk about exploit. I don't. Who are they really exploiting though? I don't think that all these people are emotionally vulnerable. You have to. I don't know if you go to any of these events and actually not just the stuff that you see on YouTube, but go and see these people and talk to the people who actually go to these events. These aren't dumb people, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like they pulled up the short bus, no disrespect to anybody with any kind of a learning curve or anything, but there are some very intelligent people who are just falling for the okie doke the same way they always have.
That's the thing, though. There's not all intelligence is the same. You may be book smart intelligence, whatever, but you might not be other types of intelligence. You know, there's street smart, there's book smart, there's emotional intelligence, there's all kinds of intelligence. So these people may have been raised and they're book smart and they're very intelligent. They know a lot of stuff about fucking.
That's just what it comes down to, Corey.
And they might not look like they have. You know, they might not look like they have Down syndrome, or they might not anything like that. They might look like normal people, but they don't have the emotional intelligence to discern.
So you can say that about everybody who's religious, then?
Well, not
you can say that about most people who are religious.
I'm saying this about everybody, even myself, everybody in the world. It's just human nature. It's the way that humans are. It's natural. Everybody. It's not just these people.
We want to believe in something.
We want to believe in stuff like that.
We need something to validate who we are, where we're going to go, what's going to happen.
We're all taught in a different way, in a different type of intelligence. Some people are raised emotionally intelligent, where they're able to discern things and be able to tell when these people are exploiting them because I'm emotionally weak right now and stuff. But then there's other people who are raised book smart and intelligent. They're smart, they're business people, whatever and stuff, but they weren't raised emotionally smart and they can't discern that stuff. So now when they're emotionally weak and stuff, and they have somebody who's talking this stuff that they know is looking for these people that are emotionally weak and looking for this answers and stuff to believe in and everything like that. They know that's what they're doing. They're focusing, they're looking for these people and stuff. That's what it is. We're all like that. Everybody, we all have something we all want to believe in and everything like that. It's just the way that the human mind works and the intelligence stuff. And some people have figured it out. They're intelligent emotionally and their intelligence, and they figured out, oh, wait a minute. By me doing this and stuff, there's people out there that are going to listen to what I'm saying by saying this because they want to believe in this. They're at a point that they're people that are emotionally and they don't understand and they can't discern what I'm saying fully. So they're going to latch on and they're going to pay me $3,000 for my yearly fucking membership fees and stuff to get my pertinent information and be able to email me 24/7 and do all this stuff. And it's just the way it is. It's just like the fucking drug dealer that takes advantage of the guy and rips him off because he just can tell that guy's a fucking idiot. He has no street smarts at all. I'm just gonna fucking rip him off, even though I could really sell him some drugs that I have over here and stuff.
Thought it was cane, but it was gold and flour.
I just can tell that I'm just gonna bamboozle this guy. It's the same thing. It's just a different type of drug. It's giving people something that they want to hear, something that they think that they need to hear and stuff. What they really need to hear is that they do have the power of all this stuff, and it's not coming from fucking some magic beans out there and everything like that. On another fucking planet or a spaceship outside of Earth with a fucking magic field around us and keeping us safe and fucking all that other stuff. It's just
smoke and mirrors. It's a whole lot of woo. It's a whole lot of woo, woo, woo.
No, it's not just these people that scam and everything, and not just these people that I'm upset about. It's just because we're part of this group of people and people that want to spread truth and want to get to the bottom of the answers to these questions. And we have all this, and it's just becoming more and more prevalent. It is like we're saying, there is a huge disinformation fucking thing going on, and it's been going on for a while because a lot of these channelers, the Raw One material, has been along for a long time. And when you look into those people that started all that, again, it goes back to the same people, the H.P. Lovecrafts and all those people and stuff back even further than them. And they all take these stories and all this stuff, and what's her name? I'm going to have to look it up and stuff, the names and stuff. She was part of the stuff with Uri Geller and everything, even before in the 60s, because she was popular all the way up into the 60s. She started it way back 30s, 40s and shit like that. I forgot her name. But she was in with the Rockefellers and all this stuff and all these other people that we're not going to... But we got outside information. We're not going to go too deep. But this stuff that all these people, these supposed truthers and these people that believe in the channel and the beans and all this stuff and talking about the Illuminatis and stuff and say all the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and all these peoples is bad and stuff like that. But then they're hanging on the word of other people that are known associates of these people, of the Soroses and the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and the Morgans and everybody out there that's part of the cabal that's so bad.
The dark and alliance. What is it? The alliance and the.
No, we're not religious people, but we're fighting the satanic cabal. Okay, but Satan. That only comes up in the religious shit, fucking Bible shit.
Well, no, because they worship Satan.
Oh, because they're
worshippers of Satan, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're evil and they drink blood and baby and all that.
But we don't believe in that, but we're going to fight these guys that believe in this imaginary stuff. We got our imaginary alien beings. We're fighting these imaginary satanic.
In our incredible space farce.
But anyway,
don't forget about our space farce.
No, like, don't trust the government, don't trust Illuminati people and stuff. But yet here they are hanging off, putting out all this information that's coming from the same people that they say you can't trust. And they don't even know it, or if they do know it, they're just obviously lying to everybody.
And my favorite cop-out to all this shit is, oh, these people, they're psyops. They work for this. Some of these people don't work for anybody. They work for themselves.
I know a lot of it. They got started.
Some slick talking preachers and stuff, and they've just followed the pattern.
The psyops, they get started. They get the information. They get it out there. They get the word going, and a few of them are probably on the inside, and they're working in that, and it just spreads. It spreads. There's a new one popping up all the time. They're not all working on the inside.
Flat Earth, Triangle Earth,
but they are now part of the psyop that they don't even know. They'll sit there and talk shit about psyops, and they don't even fucking realize they're part of one.
They are the psyop.
They are the psyop.
You are the psyop.
Just found this new guy, Sonny Ramirez, all Anunnaki, fucking beans coming down, fucking aliens and shit like that. He's got all the books coming out like everybody. He's meeting all the guys. He's new on the scene and shit like that. And he's he's regurgitating the same stuff that the guys 5 years ago came out on the scene did, and the guys 10 years ago. None of these guys are putting out any new facts. No info, new nothing. They're all just regurgitating the same shit from fucking Sitchin, who just took it from Lovecraft and a whole bunch of other shit from even earlier than that. And it all goes back to the early 1900s when a secret meeting took place, and they were like, yeah, we're going to spread all this fucking bullshit.
Okay, like Michael Adams, and that's the whole reason we're even having this conversation right now, while we're so far into this, is because of the personal experiences. But if you're saying to someone, okay, who organically has never listened to a show, hasn't been on the internet, knows nothing about, say, the blue avian chicken bird motherfuckers or whatever, and someone has a dream about some shit like that, it may not even necessarily have anything to do with them. They might get on, that's the first thing they see, but they don't realize that they dig further, that there's all kinds of illustrations from Star Trek to every other kind of fucking comic book alien you could think of that look just like these fucking things.
They just get latched on. They're like, oh. And these people they're truth people, they're searching for the truth, but then once they hear that one little bit of thing that they latch onto, they stop looking at everything else. And they don't even look into what they're actually looking into and they're listening to anymore.
Or the people that they're listening to.
But now there is, like you're saying, there's a personal experience isn't evidence. And now our minds will, and everybody knows this, will put whatever knowledge and whatever understanding that we have and ways we want to understand things onto something because we don't understand it, and if we have some type of experience that our minds, because our minds aren't capable of understanding every experience that we have because we don't know everything. So we put things on it like, oh shit, I just had this crazy dream about fucking how I can save my fucking life and help everything. And it must have come from an alien being. Let me tell everybody about it. What are you talking about? No, really, I can channel alien beings. Watch. Oh shit, he really can. Whoa, wow. You should put that on YouTube. And it goes. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to use personal experience and stuff of empathic experiences as actual evidence. Unless somebody is getting the same information, and then you can actually get them to answer questions that aren't answerable by humans and other things and stuff like that. But like with the DMT thing and psychedelic experiences, that's a group experience that someone has or a group of people have, and large numbers of people, groups of that, so you could count those personal experiences. It has to, I forget what the numbers are and stuff, where that puts it way at the top of the high probability. Now these channels and stuff, way, well, I'm gonna go way down. Let me dig a fucking hole in the ground here. Put it way the fuck down here on the probability scale of it being possible and everything like that. Because the number of experiences and stuff, and the people channeling the same beings and getting the same message, because now certain people say, oh, you know, because of course David Wilcox can channel fucking Ra, you know, but his message is totally new and different than what the original Ra was saying. So is he really talking to Ra? You know,
I thought he was Edgar Casey. Wait, he's Edgar Casey Ra?
The fuck he is.
Yeah,
no, but he's still he just channels Ra. You're not that being. You're just channeling that being. So, see, he's the reincarnation of Edgar Casey, David Wilcox, who channels Ra. Go figure. That just right in there in itself should set up fucking red flags all over the fucking place.
Can you stop saying Ra? Can you say Ra every time you see his name? That's why I see him channeling Ra. He channels Ra.
Hi, my name is David Wilcox. I'm the reincarnation of Edgar Casey. I channel the fucking alien Ra.
Cool.
Really?
You watched a lot of Thundercats.
But there's people like, oh, I love you.
Thundercats.
Shafiq Muji? Oh, wrong guy. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh god, what does he channel? Funky Feet. You know about Muji? You know? Oh, good. You don't want to either. We don't need to lose you.
He does say, again, some of these people, they say some stuff that's good and everything. You got to weed it out. 25 good, 75% bullshit. 75
when you see these, I don't know, these are the desperate housewives, whatever you want to call them. Muji, you are the incarnation of God here on Earth in the chair in front of me. You gotta look up Muji. Oh, you gotta look up. We'll send you some link. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff coming out with Muji right now and stuff, and I you know.
Hey, even Bikram went down. Even Bikram got questioned. Bikram Yoga. Even Bikram got questioned.
A lot of these big, I mean, fucking people know Oshu was fucking running a fucking harem over there.
Oh my god.
Sign this non-disclosure agreement. We gonna bang. Bang, 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 bang.
So, yeah, that is a bold statement for fucking Wilcox to be saying, or anybody fucking saying. Fucking Daryl, what's his name there? Fucking Arkana, whatever the fuck channels Bashar and stuff. Hi, I channel Bashar. Who? Oh, he's an interdimensional being. Watch here. You guys want to hit? All right, let's watch what happens. Here's a little. This is a real recent one. We're gonna watch some channeling.
Is my boy in this one? Is this the one I watch?
I can't hear it. I don't have headphones, so you gotta put headphones on.
My headphones are on. Not those ones, but those ones like that. Yep.
Actually, fuck, I need to hear it.
Portals and where to find them.
Oh, what happened?
Now, this transmission will be
Sorry, folks,
a little bit all over the map.
YouTube has
specifically the one in your hands.
It's like a beta testing.
We will be dealing with a few energy portals, not all of them. We will start with some
stuff that we
and
research
over time we will.
You guys can see it for yourselves, and then you can go to YouTube and enjoy some of this shit and laugh your asses off.
Why do I got no sound?
I don't know. Sound boy, there's no need to worry. That's the wrong song. I guess there is need to worry.
Oh man, where's Wiz when you need him?
I don't know.
He jumped in the truck and took off earlier today.
Oh, he's leaving? All right. So you may not be able to hear it.
Alright, so we might not be able to do this, I guess.
But soon we'll have this capability, folks. We'll integrate it and give you to hear some of this stuff. But I mean, you can just go some of the names that we mentioned.
I know some of you people have heard them and stuff. I just really wanted to play it so you can see it and
Just play it from your phone, shit. Next to the microphone, our mics pick up everything anyways.
Actually, that's a good idea. Maybe we can do that. Let me see here.
Yeah, my favorite is the one that you sent me earlier with Homeboy in it, who met a... So I meet this guy last year at Contact in the Desert, Field Mechanic World Ascension, and I met him through a mutual friend. And the whole time he sees me, every time he asks me, he talks about there's some paranormal boat cruise or something, or some kind of boat cruise. You need to get so-and-so on the boat cruise, and and have him bring you, and blah, blah, blah. So it gets to the point where I've seen him at 3 events, and I see him at Conscious Life. So it does the same thing the whole time. So last night of the expo, I took him aside and I said, just so you know, one, I don't work for anybody. I'm nobody's assistant. I'm like, I do my own thing. And I actually was a speaker here. See, my name is on the thing and everything. And you could have actually heard me speak, and then you would have a legitimate reason for wanting to maybe invite me to one of your events and stuff. Who the fuck I am? And you assume I work for something. I have something to do as assistant because you see me talk to this guy. We hang out at events and stuff. Like, don't assume anything about me. It's hilarious, though. He's one of these people who know all these videos we want to show. It's just hilarious.
Why are you playing without me pressing play?
I don't know.
Oh, no, don't say good day to you this day of your time. How are you all?
It's the ghost in the machine.
All right, ready?
Yes. Go ahead, hit him with the magic.
All right. All right. We have entitled this transmission, Interdimensional Portals and Where to Find Them. Now, this transmission will be a little bit all over the map.
I'm sure it will be.
I can't wait.
The one in your hands.
Do I need to get Great Awakened Man
We will
out?
be dealing with a few energy portals, not all of them.
A few?
We will start with some, and over time, we will introduce more and more and more of them in future transmissions. But for now, if you will regard the maps you have been given, we can begin.
I didn't get a map. Yo, hold up. I didn't get a map.
So my next question's about belief systems, I suppose.
Yes.
So I have a fear, and this fear, I'm not afraid of
You're an idiot.
what happens after I die.
Yes.
I'm afraid of how I will die.
Well, how do you imagine that you will die that seems so fearful?
I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to die, so it scares me, the idea of, say, maybe pain or...
So you are saying that you simply prefer not to experience pain, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That you would like to die simply and easily?
Yeah.
All right, well then go ahead and do that.
Okay.
What is it that you believe will determine that transition?
Yeah, and I think that's maybe it, is that perhaps I think that it's set up for me. Like it's something that is inevitable, and when that happens,
So you understand that you set it up, yes?
You're an idiot.
Yeah. So do you believe that you chose a particularly nasty way to die?
Well, I see other... I don't think anyone comes in saying, I want to die like this.
Oh, but sometimes they do. Because it depends on what purpose that serves. Now, yes, it's true, for the most part, people may forget that they have a choice and have made a choice, and so they may just simply let it run its course and experience the idea of pain. But since you're asking the question, that obviously means you have some conscious recognition that it's possible to change that. Yes? What? Or you wouldn't be asking the question. You wouldn't even consider the possibility that you might be able to consider something different. So the fact that you can ask the question is usually an indication that you can choose right now a way that would work better for you.
Okay, hold on here. Pause that for a second. Pause that shit for a second. What the fuck did he just fucking say? Y'all can choose the way you're gonna fucking die and how you're gonna die. So, you know, if you get hit by a bus tomorrow, blame the shark. If that's not how you chose how you want to fucking die. Like, do you hear the word salad that he's putting together and what he's fucking telling this lady right here? That's complete fucking garbage. All right, let's continue.
Yeah.
So, how would you
I want to
like
see him
to
channeling
transition?
somebody.
In your sleep or floating in a pool?
Like just peaceful, just like real chill, yeah.
Well, then again, there is nothing preventing that. If you believe
Oh my
that
goodness. Can we just
it doesn't
can you
really
channel
serve
some
you,
shit?
there's no lesson
Let's
to
go
be
a little
learned that you
further.
can't
Where's the
look-
channel?
Does that sound more preferable? Just say, I'm done. Lie down, close your
Alright, I
eyes.
gotta find one
and
where
go.
he does some fucking channeling here.
Yes?
Yeah. 'cause now
Unless he's channeling them right now. I don't know if he's channeling. This is the answers coming from fucking Bashar. But I mean, you just hear that's just fucking. It's just garbage.
He said,
fucking garbage.
"Are you alive? Yes. Are you breathing? Yes. Do you enjoy breathing? Yes. Then you're still alive? Yes. You know you're gonna die, right? Yes. What the fuck was her even original question? When am I gonna die, or how am I gonna die?
Yeah,
or some
she's
shit?
afraid of how she's gonna die. She's not knowing how she's gonna die. Everybody does. Nobody knows how the fuck they're gonna die. He's like, oh, you can choose. Go ahead, choose.
That's like, hold on.
That's why you're here. You know you can make a conscious decision, so you're here to find out, right?
The psychic. Oh, okay, so
Oh my goodness.
hold on. I'm with your grandfather. I'm like, really? Uh-huh. And what do you have to say? Oh, he's just got good things to say
you
about
can die
you, blah,
peacefully
blah, blah. Uh-huh.
if that's how you die. There's no you can't fucking be like, oh well, I'm dying right now, so let me just go.
And here's the whole thing too. What,
no, again, like what you get hit by a bus and you're laying there and you're like, oh fuck, this fucking hurts. I wanted to die peacefully, Basha. And then it might be peaceful after you fucking dead.
Meant for you.
Fucking.
You were meant to die under a fucking ton of crane and cement and burgers.
Bashar. Oh Lord have mercy. And he just sounded like someone who's just everything she said. He had an answer though. I give him credit because everything he had an answer for it.
Well, they do. That's what they are. They're word people, and that's all they do. They talk and talk. They just bring up talks, and they tell you what you want to hear and what you need to hear, and fucking some bullshit. Throw some words together that make it sound like you know what you're talking about. Make you feel good about yourself and everything. I could give you a little hand job underneath the table. Here you go.
And what's the idea of dying peacefully? You don't. When you die, you don't know how what happens.
Exactly.
On the other
You can't
side.
choose when you're gonna die, how you're gonna die, unless you're fucking committing suicide.
Oh wait, hold up. I died, and it was pretty peaceful. I came back though, and then it wasn't peaceful.
Did you chose that though? That
No.
for a reason. It was for a
See?
reason though.
And this-
it was your choice to come back into your body.
Ironically enough, that's the conversation I had when I was speaking at Conscious Life Expo. Is that I didn't have a choice, and I wondered about that. That I didn't. I was never given a choice. It wasn't like, hey, do you want to go back? Whatever.
Yeah, but
It's like,
subconsciously, Bashar here is saying that you
oh,
chose
right,
to
I
come
chose
back.
to
You
come
know,
back.
it was your
Gotcha.
choice.
Right. So my voice.
So
was
now
okay.
I'm going to channel.
Hold on. Careful. Hey, watch out, buddy. Watch out, buddy. I don't want no fucking problems over here, okay? I'm just wrong.
I gotta find a good one where he's fucking channeling. I gotta find a good one. And then we'll bring it up.
Hold on. I'm about to channel. Hold on. Okay, hold on. It's the Rastafarians. They have a message, folks. Hey. Smoke weed every day. They come from a cool planet, man. It's a planet made of marijuana. It's got mushrooms, like really fruit and vegetables, everything. Everything's big and beautiful and lavish, and the waters are beautiful, and the water's all clean and pure, and you can swim with the dolphins and the whales and everything, and they don't attack you. Huh? Oh, he's channeling?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good one. Let me see if I can bring it up. Give me 1 second, because I gotta get a blunt roll and stuff. Talks amongst yourselves here or something. Get a drink. I'm gonna have to go to the fucking bathroom too. Oh, this is a good one.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta go to the bathroom because I'll probably piss my pants listening to this. Some of these are fucking they're hilarious, but then I can't. I'm just like, oh, I can't listen to it. You know, it's just because I have that. You know, that bullshit.
Hold up. I just got a personal message from Chip T family Willie Michael. He said he met Daryl Anka. He's the biggest. He's the biggest bullshit artist I ever met.
Oh, we know, man.
Yo,
we know.
we know.
Willie, call and tell us.
Yo.
Which fuck. Watch it right now. Yo,
Oh,
Willie, call and
shit.
tell us, dude.
Yes.
Yo, tell him, call and tell him.
Yo.
Call in right now. We want to hear about meeting
He
this
can't.
dude.
Wait, he have to call. He can't call it.
Oh,
We don't have the blog talk.
No, he can. He can call me, and I'll fucking. I mean,
Oh.
be able to hear him. He's probably busy, but whatever, dude. Because I gotta hit. Oh man, I would love to meet these people. That's why I was saying earlier I wanted to fucking do the David Wilcox fucking
Dude, I've
Ascension
hey,
School because
hey.
there's a live Q&A at the end of it. And I got all kinds of questions for him.
You've been kicked out of school. Yo, you get kicked out of You've been expelled.
Yo, I'll be nice too when I ask the questions. I'm not going to be an asshole. I mean,
yo, I guarantee if you were allowed to go through a Q&A, even after you'd get your money back, they'd be like, you've been expelled. You Hogwarts, motherfucker. You're a muggle.
You're the only one to fail.
Hey, he told me the reason I am successful is because I am a dimensional being. Yeah, third.
Yeah, third dimensional being.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me see if he's still. That's hilarious, dude. I told you because we gotta take a break a bit and change the boundaries of the camera. Anyways, that is the best thing about all the time I have spent. I have for anybody who questions any of this shit about like when they like I love sports and people talk about Monday morning quarterbacks and shit. We are no Monday morning quarterbacks. Understand this. Jiggy has paid money. Still pays money. I go to events. I go to these events. I hear these people speak. I watch people. I pay attention. When they're all sitting around the end of the night in the bars and stuff like that, and they have a lot of stuff in that when they're themselves, is when you catch the most energy from people, when you see people who they truly are. So don't think that we're just sitting here watching people's videos and came up with a bunch of people. It's just attack some people. This goes deeper than that. Pay attention. That's all. I'm just saying. It's not some random shit. Anybody talking about channeling, whatever, maybe you are channeling something. I guess, I don't know. But I feel like at this point, it's the same thing with fucking disclosure. Disclosure. If you're so intent on the human population of the world being saved by disclosure and stuff like that, where's your disclosure? It's coming.
Where's it? Why don't you channel your beans and tell them to fucking come down here and save us all. Give us the fucking cure for cancer. Give us the cure for fucking AIDS. Give us the cure for fucking autism. Give us the cure for fucking everything.
Y'all got
stop
so
the
many
bombs,
fucking
stop the wars.
insiders and
But
shit.
it's the same excuse as fucking God and Jesus can't come back until the time is right. Y'all gotta learn a lesson first. Then they'll come down and they'll save you. They'll save you all. That's the message I'm channeling right now. They'll save you. Just do what I say.
Listen, all right, we gotta take a quick break. Let's change the batteries. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about channeling and stuff. If anybody's getting their fucking feelings or whatever, sorry. You can have a conversation. This is always what we say too. You feel like maybe you can channel somebody for us. We can have a conversation. You can be a guest. You can do whatever you want to come on and be a guest. We can have a conversation. It won't be. This is more of us as we're talking and stuff like that. We can have. We've had plenty of guests on our show. You've never heard us yell. Go back. We don't berate people. We don't do any of that stuff. We are adults. We can have intelligent conversations. Just serious. That's all. We just want answers. That's all.
If you're channeling a being that's 700 years fucking more advanced than us into the fucking future, I got some questions. I want to ask them that they should be able to ask. Especially being that advanced. They probably know more than what I want for my answers. That's it.
All right, don't go too far. We're not going to be going too long. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. Change the battery in the camera, and then we'll be back. All right? All right.
The weak heart, them a go run. The warfare over and done. No more bombs, no guns. The age of peace has come. We are children of the sun. Royal daughters and sons. God's source where we come from. One is all and all is one. Always be alive. Now all I see is signs. I'm not confined by no space or no time. Everything is ours, but nothing's really mine. Separation I don't find in my body, soul, or mind. Trinitized, 3 in 1, 1 in 3 intertwined. Niggas I listen, I live it every time. Royal I and I, peaceful and dignified. Integrate the outer with the inner side and arrive at 0 point. Mount Zion I revitalize. Now my cells glowing like a fireflies. Who is in for a surprise when you open your third eye? On some ayahuasca, DMT, peyote, psilocybin. The weak heart, them I go run. The warfare over and done. No more bombs, no guns. The age of peace has come. We are children of the sun. Royal daughters and source where we come from. One is all and all is one.
Yeah, that's right, we are royalty. Annoyed about the oil from the royal priest. We got loyalties to what they wrote in geese. Militant life, so we wore fatigues. Ice green and gold mark on the sleeve. Honoring the king cause he honor me. 3 and a 1, 1 and a 3. Might and the power of the Trinity. Call it synergy, find your energy. Find your inner God and your energy. Your divinity, your identity. Find where you're going, what's meant to be. Took a long time to make sense to me. Cause I never get past the discrepancies. But eventually, well I mentally prepare to take flight and I set the lead. No war, no guns, no bombs, more jobs. Hold on, let's all be strong. More love, no hate, more fate, no fakes. Locate your inner gong. More peace, less beast that feast on concrete streets for way too long. At least the east is reaching out and take us in a bomb.
Hard them I go run. The warfare over and done. No more bombs, no guns. The age of peace has come. We are children of the sun. Royal daughters and sons. God's source where we come from. One is all and all is one. Things and times don't change, but still nobody cares. People and places disappear, but I am still here. The more we rise, the more vampires appear and liars appear. The more I get wise, if it's too much to bear, then Jah will be there. Yeah. Kinda screaming like alert, spoil alert. Another track with another verse. Coming from the netherworld, got this body on a tether cord. Portal on my back like a ninja sword. We at war, but the fog don't show what the conscious knows, so that I can't see where the mind won't go. Love is the absence of fear, befriended the demons, so angels stay near. Angles appear, shapes create prisms, and prisons of mirrors. Clash with the gods with this pen as a spear. Been through the hell without showing the fear. We implode what you holding so dear. Exposing this flow to your ears. Fractals on fractals of focus so clear. Dying so well that my living is weird. But you feeling is weird. Bet you feeling is here. Cause the truth is the truth, nigga. No matter what you call fact. And the fact of the matter is, I'm served up mad on these tracks. Controlling the frequency as I vibrate so geniusly. It's just the free in me. Or maybe these shrooms gave birth to my truth through this womb. That's why I be getting high in my London fog. Popping shrooms, rolling line in my London fog. That's why I be getting high in my London fog. My London fog. Fucking London fog.
But it appears that the ancients were interested in the study of how to discriminate and discern which were the good angles coming in and which were the bad angles. In astrology, they're angles or angels, and the language of angels is astrology.
Yo, everything came from black, so we could put a halt to the races. The issue is awakening the mass population for removal of the faces. See, what you seeing is a matrix, so what you seeing is a womb with a full spectrum, bringing life when the ray hit. I can hear it like I'm hearing what my name is. I can feel it even running through my veins in. They made a maze for amazement. I took a prison and I turned it to a playpen. I am Christ in the flesh, fire in a fire-based body, pouring water on the earth when I air. It's all inside of me, what shall I ever compare? It's all surrounding me, what shall I ever draw near? They want me drowning, but fire and water put me in the air. All in that ether and gather as soon as I think and imagine it. They want me dead when I spit on this bitch. Niggas rise up like Lazarus. That's fucking supreme. I'm programming dream while they talking that fabric. I will call audacious, revealing the faces on all of your savages. That's why I be getting high in my London fog. Popping shrooms, rolling lie in my London fog. That's why I be getting high in my London fog. Yeah, my London fog. Yeah, fucking London fog.
If you do the discipline to get
get your aura into a geometry where the pine cones can kiss, which means you need to avoid electrosmog. Basically, the electrical definition of sacred space is the only place where your aura can unpack. And it's correct to call that the awakening, because it's literally the further and further propagation of your field according to the laws of phase conjugation.
Welcome to my hood. Where ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really tryna rise, step into the
buckle up, I'ma show you where it's at. We gon' burn a couple blunts, we gon' pop a couple caps. I ain't talking about 4 5s from the strap. Psilocybin driving, so we headed off the map. What you know about? Tasting color, seeing sound with a crystalline. Turning nothing into something when we alchemize. Vandalize the lies with the truth. Ain't nobody wanna take shots at this proof. All we ever wanted was the answers. Looking for unique, but our vision keep us phantom. Phantom black man, ghost writing in a pentagram. I'm from the place where our thoughts meet the program. Not too many open to the power that they hold. Just know that when we shine, it's the reflection of your soul. Supreme beings moving, watch the galaxy implode. We are not alone. If you're not normal, welcome home. Yeah.
Welcome to my hood. Where ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really tryna rise, step into the
yeah, I gotta hold on to this feeling. I be seeing visions through the folds of the prism. Projecting all wishes, anything I want is given. Paranormal vision, you can call it supervision. Control the superstition, make them wonder how we do it. They seen us in the mud, now we out here making music with the paranormal movement that's stronger than what you do it. If Jesus was just a fraud, then hallelujah for Judas. Caesar is not the mob, so it just had to be.
You know what the difference is
when we
between
on our job, cause persecution is useless. Proof that what we doing is more than just making music. Utilizing the truth, drop it off in the hood. Show 'em what's really good, the feeling is understood. We know just what it means to get it by all means. Supreme beings,
right now.
Yeah.
All of those are.
Welcome to my hood. Where ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really tryna rise, step into the portal.
Hi, this is Jace, and you're listening to my favorite radio show, Paranormal Hood Live.
If we she act like she knew him, like she ain't never been this motherfucker before. I was trying to play every little fucking drop I could find over there. That music in the background is really long on this particular one, isn't it? Damn, that shit still playing? Damn, that shit's still playing. Now I know when I have something really long and like drawn out to talk about, it's really extremely dramatic. I just need to play that particular one right there, right? Yeah, hold on.
You may be leaving for now, but the nightmares will return.
Alright. What's Hood Hoodies? We're back. Paranormal Hood Live Radio. It's the last hour as we talk about channeling here in the Garden of Knowledge Studios. I didn't tell you my fucking name. Do you not know? Well, I'm Jiggy, in case you didn't fucking know.
I'm Bob. Bob, we had a baby. It's a boy.
Metaphor here.
I thought your name was Carol. What are you making it?
Chauncey.
Chauncey's your name?
Yeah, with an IE.
But does that make it? The IE makes it any different? But okay.
Metaphor 4 point what?
But wait, why Chauncey though?
4.7.
But why Chauncey with an IE?
No, the name is funny.
But why Chauncey with an IE? I'm still stuck up. Huh?
Why?
I'm just wondering why Chauncey with an IE. You barked at Carol. I said Carol. You're like meow. But you're like Chauncey with an IE. Like you're very specific. Like not an EY. It's an IE. Not even just a Y.
IE.
Okay. And not two E's at the end. Chauncey. Huh?
Oh my gosh.
See, you can put two E's. You real ghetto, like a couple bunch of E's at the end. What's your name? Chauncey. Are you channeling Chauncey? Is that why you said the name Chauncey?
Nope.
You can tell us,
It's a
man.
name that I liked over the years. For giggle purposes.
For giggles, for shits and purposes?
Giggles, shits and giggles purposes.
Mine's is Mr. Belvedere. He's an English chap. He speaks with an English accent. A proper English accent, too. Not a New England English accent. A proper English accent, okay. His name's Mr. Belvedere. But you went Chauncey on. That just kind of threw me off, but okay. Were you able to figure that shit out? Is that why you have something up on the screen?
Oh yeah, we got a video we can watch here in a minute.
We're back. We're talking about channeling.
I'm looking for another story.
Anybody want me to channel? Because I can channel right now. I can channel the fuck out the Rastafarians. They're cool as fuck, man. They don't talk a whole lot. They smoke a lot of weed. Their message is usually the same. It's, hey, hey, hey. Smoke weed every day. And I try to. Part of the diet. The daily diet. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Wheaties. This is the fucking breakfast of champions. Lunch. I'm not a wait, baked all day. No, that's not my thing. Here you go. Excuse me. But again, because I know people are going to get butt hurt, or someone will go tell a friend, it's whatever, man. I just would like to see some proof. The same things I have said over the years about psychics, mediums. I have paid my dues when it comes to going to events. Someone like Cool K, Corey, who's in the chat room, she knows. She literally listened to day one of this fucking radio show. So she's heard me live in Holland. She's heard me in different places coming back talking about events. And again, the reason why I started with a lot of the conscious ones is because there was a merger of these things. It used to just be paranormal events that were alien stuff, disclosure cons and all that stuff, and all of a sudden there was a merger where those two things started going hand in hand. And all this stuff, you start talking to these people who I've heard over the years. I was an avid listener of Coast to Coast AM. I'm an avid listener to a lot of these popular radio shows and podcasts and stuff about aliens and all this stuff. And once you started to see the merger, there was these characters who were prevalent in one field, who all of a sudden...
everything merged under one, we'll call it the whole truth movement, because they all want the truth, supposedly. The conscious people are all about the truth. The government stopped poisoning my food and everything. Let me meditate and eat my veggies and shit. And you got the alien people like, give us the truth, disclosure and stuff. Ghost people like, yeah, ghosts are true. You know, Bigfoot, yeah, Bigfoot's real. You know, it's all about the truth and fuck the government, because they all don't like the government either. Nobody likes the government. Everybody hates the post office, right? So it's all part of, and then you had the truth movement. So they all kind of started to merge together. We're like, oh man, you don't like that? You don't like the government either? I hate the post office too. Oh, you like aliens too? Because, conscious people, they like aliens. They believe in aliens, people, the ghosts, everything. So they started to realize, hey, wait a minute, we're all kind of the same here. Oh, let's get all together. We can bamboozle everybody together. So they all started hanging out and talking. Well, let's put your con with my con. We'll have it this big con.
And we'll do the long con.
Yes, there was pun in there.
But hold on. See, I won't even knock the events. It's not even all the events. It's because I have to keep reiterating this. In my mind, from what I've seen, there aren't victims. The same way I choose to pay money, the same way I choose to travel to go to any event. I'm going to a con next weekend. You going to Salem Con, Meta?
I'm stopping by.
Thank you. So we'll be at a con next weekend. So we're not victims of anything. We're just observers. And we're looking at it from an objective of years of doing research on a lot of these people listening to their stuff and just wondering, yeah, you keep talking about disclosure. You keep talking about all this stuff's going to happen. You're channeling these aliens. They're giving all this information. None of this shit has come to fruition. None of it is tangible. None of it is anything that you can prove. It sounds real good. It sounds real great. It sounds like science fiction. It sounds like I said. I've said this to some people, even I talk to I talk to people for various reasons in email and chats or whatever and stuff. I say the same thing. It sounds real good. Where's the proof? I just want to see some proof. I'd like to see some tangible evidence. I want to see all this disclosure, all this stuff for years. I've been a follower of all these people, all these different various programs and stuff that have been saying this shit for years. Where is it? Still haven't seen it. You're channeling some aliens. You want to show me something you say you can channel? You want to prove it to me? Then channel some shit. Show me some shit.
Yep, answer some questions.
Yeah.
I got some questions for you.
Same thing I tell psychics and mediums, whatever. I'm a psychic, I'm a medium. I get hit up by them all the time. I want to come. What do you want to come on the show and talk about? You got a message? Because if you've listened to the show, you know that I said this for years. There's a message with somebody you should be able to get then. And maybe not that person, but hit me with some shit where my jaw would just drop. And not some shit that you've picked up of years of just going back and trying to do a little bullshit research because you're going to find this
Lots
stuff
of 5 years of YouTube videos on us.
Reading old articles and shit like that.
Picking up body language, spouting off fucking shit that's for common fucking knowledge and things that anybody could say to anybody like fucking about anything.
Dude, that was my best thing about the
you're gonna
medium.
get a new job and you're gonna do great. It's gonna be awesome. Oh yeah, I can see it. It's all coming for you. It's just keep on wishing for it. Just do it under the new moon.
Yeah.
The energies of that new moon, right before it or right after it. Doesn't have to be exactly on it. It could be like a month later.
Cool K, you should remember this, and I don't know if she's still in the chat because I can't see it, but in one of the very first shows we were doing, because we were still doing them at the first fucking studio, was a gentleman called the Ghost Whisperer. And the Ghost Whisperer was telling us all this stuff, and it was based on things that are supposed to happen and this amazing success that was going to happen for Paranormal Hood in the next few months and blah, blah, blah. And then a train went by and the train whistle was indicative of something, but there happened to be a commuter rail train that went by. But it went by as he was saying something, and then there was a firework and all this type of stuff that was coincident. But none of the shit that he said came true. It was just a bunch of fishing and a bunch of bullshit that just sounded great. Again, same thing with the psychic. I went to see this fucking big thing. They used to have the Hilltop Steakhouse. They got the psychic in this room. Now, to everybody in the room, who's the one person that stands out? Jiggy, because I don't look like the only black person there. So at some point, at the end of the night, she keys on me and she comes to me. And she tells me this story, and I'm looking at her like, you know, I recently just heard this fucking story. Oh yeah, I read it in the same fucking magazine that you did, because I was on the cover of the Phoenix fucking magazine. And she pretty much said verbatim shit that came from the article. So time went on, I was like, well, okay, you're a psychic, that sounds cool, prove it. She had no tangible proof. It's just a whole bunch of blah, 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 a bunch of more shit that she was fishing and trying to find some shit. To say it's not, if you're a psychic, you can prove it, I guess. There are some people who swear by them, they live by them. Oh, I know a psychic, they're real, or these psychics who claim they're real. Well, I have 1,000 clients who say they're real. Well, I'm telling you right now, you probably are not going to have 1,001. And if you do, I said I will fucking do it. If you want me to go to the top of some fucking building or some shit and with a megaphone or whatever and scream, I found a real fucking psychic, I'll do that. If I had the money, I'd rent the plane with a fucking big ass banner behind it and shit, whatever. I'm just saying, I haven't found that motherfucker yet. All these years of research, all this shit of paranormal stuff. And again, those are channelers too, because that's what they basically claiming to be channeling your dead relatives, spirits, angels, demons, jinn, whatever the fuck they call them, and all kinds of other shit in between.
Well, I watched fucking, I don't know how many fucking countless fucking thousands and thousands of fucking videos of fucking UFOs. Yeah, I see a lot of UFOs. I haven't seen any fucking evidence that they're alien.
Let me just show you.
No alien UFOs.
Here's a perfect example.
I see a lot of UFOs though, but that doesn't mean they're aliens. I see all those people talking shit about proof that this is fucking ancient alien shit, man. And I'm like, nope, that just looks like some humans stacking some rocks. I don't see that. Nope. According to this other stuff here, those words that you say mean what they mean.
Just
don't mean what they mean.
I don't even want to play the video. Puzzling UFO filmed over Alaska. How is a fucking plane during either a sunrise or a sunset? Because you can see the redness in the sky.
Tell that's a plane.
See the contra, and websites are touting, and I posted it with the caption, the same shit I'm saying now. they're touting this as clear evidence of a unidentified flying object. But any motherfucker, especially there's no, because you know what? They're so.
Okay, at first, I don't know what that is right now.
No,
oh wait,
dude,
it's a plane now.
no.
So at first it was unidentified.
They're so now. No, if you watch this video, they're so hung up on fucking chemtrails that they don't recognize contrails, which is what this plane is doing. He's not doing any long spraying. He's at a sucking altitude where it's only catching so much, and you can clearly see this is the fucking plane. I mean, it's a UFO. Oh god, yeah, blah, blah. No. Take that shit, the bullshit, all the stuff that's kind of on top, and move it to the side. Especially stuff that if you watch the sky enough, especially Skywatcher sent this in.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then if you do see something and you cannot identify it, don't be like, oh, it's alien. It's something from another planet. No. There's fucking thousands of things flying through the fucking Earth's atmosphere that we don't know about. Whether it's government, private, it doesn't fucking matter. Just because you can't identify it from however many miles away you may be from it or whatever,
and
doesn't mean that it's an alien.
But nowadays you can actually, if you want to spend the fucking time, there's apps that tell you what satellites, what's planes, blah blah blah, where they are.
Well, I'm just saying.
But this is what people can do. But there's also you can track
to
flights.
eliminate. You can eliminate.
Track flights. You can
track flights and stuff. But then you gotta think. Oh, it could have been a private drone. It could have been something. It could have been. It could be. We know the government fucking making planes. It could have been Boeing making a fucking new plane, testing a new plane, or a fucking Piper.
They need to.
Or one of these fucking. There's hundreds and hundreds of small plane fucking companies out there testing shit all the fucking time. New designs, new shapes, new whatever. Fly faster, fly a different fucking whatever. They're testing shit all the time. You might have seen that. That doesn't make it aliens. Just because you see something that you cannot explain doesn't make it aliens.
Dude, one of my favorite videos is the Bob Lazar John Lair video. All these years later, you go back and look at it in hindsight. They could have been looking at drone testing, anything that he knew was going on because he could have. That's it. It does not make it alien.
It doesn't make it alien.
It just doesn't. Sorry.
Even if it is a craft that's doing something that nothing we've ever seen before, guess what? It's new technology. It happens all the time.
It's a test site. That's what they do.
There's a test ball, and it doesn't make it mean it's reversed alien technology. No, it means that it's a human that's had. We have this idea. We want to have anti-gravity fucking thing that can zip around all over the place. Let's come up with it. So they come up with it, or they read it in a fucking sci-fi magazine when they were a fucking teenager or something back in the '60s, and now they're fucking 75-year-old scientists working for fucking NASA or whatever, and the government, the military, and it's my life's dream. It's come to fucking fruition, and everybody thinks it's a goddamn fucking UFO, and the government's like, no, that's cool. Let them think that. Let them think whatever they want. That's a good. We don't want anybody to know what it really is. And this guy's poor old dude's like, oh, fuck, I guess that's my job. And then fucking he dies miserable, and everybody thinks this fucking shit is a fucking UFO created by aliens and stuff like that. And the government, eventually, fucking 30 years later, they're like, oh look, we got anti-gravity fucking crafts. We've been flying around for a while now. This is what it is. It was built by this guy, and he's long gone, and he finally gets his dues and everything else like that. Or the whole thing with the fucking people with ancient aliens and fucking shit, totally fucking destroying and fucking taking away the heritage and the culture of these people and what they did and established it, and giving the credit to fucking aliens. Nope, I don't think. I don't think people back then. I don't think that Thoth is the one who supposedly built all the pyramids. I don't think people back then they were real stupid. They couldn't stack fucking rocks and figure out how to cut rocks and stuff with anything that possible.
It was giants playing
So
Jenga.
it must have been aliens coming here, and they were mining gold to save their planet and everything, and they chose Earth. Yeah, we got all this evidence to show it. Just look. No, you got evidence of some people that were in contact with people, because the narrative, obviously the people in charge of the mainstream narrative do lie a little bit about some stuff, because we can tell that all these cultures, they knew. They started in one area and it spread out across the world. The Earth didn't just start. There was people here and a group of people here and a group of people here. They all started in one area and they spread out, and they all had the same knowledge when they spread out, and the knowledge changed here and there and stuff like that. It wasn't fucking aliens. Not anything out there that people claim as proof of aliens is actual aliens. Again, all these ancient alien stories, the whole entire show, Ancient Aliens, is bullshit. Giant psyop bullshit. It's on mainstream fucking TV every fucking day, all day long. It's a psyop. They are blasting it in your face constantly on the History Channel. Talking about aliens.
But yet, history itself.
Yeah, and the same people who love ancient aliens and love all that stuff that they talk about on that show be like, yeah, fuck mainstream media, they suck, they don't believe them, they're all lies and shit like that. But
I don't watch Fox News, but I watch Ancient Aliens.
Ancient Aliens, that right there, that's the truth, that show right there.
Hold on.
100%.
And don't forget that Tommy DeLonge, yo, that kid's fucking getting a show on the History Channel, I believe, on one of those fucking channels too. And it's gonna be fucking Disclosure Fest, kid. This fucking guy, Tom DeLonge, I'm fucking telling you, this is the fucking guy. He's the fucking guy. Been hearing this fucking name for fucking years about this fucking rocker guy who's got all these fucking insiders and fucking shit, and they're going to the fucking stars and everything, kid, and now he's getting a fucking show. So you better believe there's going to be some real shit on that show, okay? It's going to be a real shit show. I mean, some real shit. I got a little confused there, but you know what I'm saying there, kid? Yeah, okay. I didn't get fucking confused. Good luck. Good luck.
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, yes. I need to play it. Tom DeLonge. He's another one. Oh, I love it. Everyone's ready. Oh, he's got a show coming out, folks. Oh, Tommy. My little Tommy got a show coming out. Little Hercules.
Wait a minute.
He gets paychecks by the NSA and CIA. Who? What?
Are you talking about the guy that used to be in that band?
Blink
Yeah,
182?
Blink-182, yeah.
Tom DeLonge? Yeah.
Hey.
You didn't know that's who the whole insider? What? Hey, the music, you can be a Blink 182 fan, but do you know anything about what he's currently doing?
No.
Are you ever here? Well, you're not always here, but clearly you don't. Yeah. Well, Tommy DeLonge is an insider kid, and he started.
Oh, he has insiders.
Yeah, he has insiders, and he's really into the alien stuff, and he knows about reverse engineer stuff, and he's seen stuff, and he kind of knows stuff, but he can't really tell you what he knows because he kind of knows it, but whatever.
And his biggest proof that he brought to the White House as proof, trying to get them to disclose stuff, turned out to be a #1 balloon. A legit fucking foil, fucking helium #1 balloon.
It's a balloon.
That was his big, huge fucking deal to evidence. No wonder why his company, fucking To the Stars or whatever the fuck it is $40 million in debt.
To the bars.
Epic fail.
I guess people ain't fucking buying memberships to your little academy as fucking as many as you thought.
He should go to
thousands.
He
Of
should have had a
dollars,
mystery school.
Thousands of dollars.
He should have had a mystery school.
Should have hooked up with David fucking bullshit Wilcox.
Had a mystery school.
That is his middle name, right?
What? What is it?
David bullshit Wilcox.
Bullshit Wilcox.
Definitely not his last name.
There's just too many of them. The History Channel guy. Oh Lord. Fucking what's his name? The Hair. He started out as a fucking was he a fucking fight promoter? Or something?
Yeah, he was
a wrestling promoter. Some bullshit.
A bodybuilding competition promoter, and he got hooked up. He met fucking Eric Von Daniken.
I'm sorry.
And they got along great, and Von Daniken's like, well, why don't you help me promote my books and all this fucking shit? And they got him, and he ended up on fucking Ancient Aliens, fucking this whole entire shit, talking about all that. But we've got a little sidetracked here. Let's get back to Bashar. And let's hear a little bit of fucking Bashar doing some channeling here. Let's see if I get this to work right. Video should be catching up.
Hey, Kevin O'Leary, a.k.a. Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank here. If you're watching this video, that means I'm on my way to see...
Back the video then. Just play it.
Now, right now. All of those are different parallel realities in total.
All of those are different parallel realities in total.
You're suffering, you're having a hard time, then you're suffering, you're having a hard time, then you'd also...
This is the answer coming from Ra right now.
Absolutely. You draw yourself into whatever parallel reality is representative of the vibration you most strongly give off. What you put out is what you get back. It's the third law of creation. There are only 4 laws in creation. That's the third one. Number 1 is that you exist. Can't do anything about that. Can't change that. You exist. And in some form you always will. Law number 2. The one is the all are the one. Can't change that.
What the fuck word salad was that?
Can't change that. Law number 4. Change is the only constant. Except for the first 3 laws.
Awesome.
That's it. Every reality, every experience,
That's
every
it.
dimension,
Every reality,
every
every
when
experience, and
is
every
some
station of those
configuration
4
of
laws.
those 4 laws.
Does that help?
Really?
Does that help?
Thank you.
No, not at all. I have some more questions, please.
Thank you for your timelessness.
We will.
We will.
At this
counting of your time,
remind each and every one of you. You have your own reasons for why you chose to be where you are on Earth. It is an
adventure.
He's channeling right now.
Yeah, this is Bashar talking through him right now.
To enhance every aspect of your being.
That's why he said we.
When used in that
Why are aliens so fucking long-winded too?
Please remember,
it's the word salad. They gotta toss it up right.
You would just think they'd be like, you know,
when things
fucking up.
seem down. When things
Well, we're not as intelligent as them, so they gotta downplay it for us and everything, you know, make it so it's more bullshit for us. Because, you know, all these people, it's to pacify us. It's so that you don't think of these things and you don't question things and everything. They want you to feel fucking small and insignificant and that you need to get the answers from another fucking being.
You came in with everything you really need to take with you.
Whatever other baggage someone thought you needed to drag through your life, you don't need. Drop it. Shake out your hands, physical and spiritual, and start walking taller and lighter on the earth. You will accelerate greatly when you're not weighed down by things that have nothing to do with you.
Obviously.
The more you are yourself.
I needed an alien 700 fucking years more advanced than our fucking being to tell me that.
Everyone else also choose to be themselves. Because they will see by your example what they can also be.
Alright, that's enough of you,
They
dude.
must choose it. But at least you give them the choice.
Sounds like
by
bullshit.
choosing
He was saying a bunch of bullshit.
And that's what fucking channeling is. I mean, I got some other fucking ones here, but we won't watch any more videos and listen to some shit. So let's dig into the Ra, the Law of One, Ra. Now, Ra was channeled by Carla Rucker. A major back surgery caused her to quit channeling.
She had a backiotomy.
Her legs stopped working and her back started to twist, which required 3 operations. True to the nature of human, this is written by this is an article of somebody else talking about her and stuff, but it's got some really good points and brings up a lot about her. True to the nature of the human monkey and their fascination with religious fantasy, scam artists claiming to channel invisible aliens are cashing in on gullibility of thousands worldwide. One would think in the year 2018 I would not have to write an article on such a thing as this, but unfortunately for you and me, this subject has to be written. Carla Rucker is the Masonic figure who invented an imaginary collective of invisible beings from Egypt called Ra. Lucky for us. Obviously, it's from Egypt, so we'll call him Ra. I mean, how original is that one?
It was real easy, too. Ra! 2 letters. You got this. You can handle this.
Full name, Ra Woo Woo!
Hold on. I got you.
Ra Woo Woo!
Can you woo woo woo?
Alright, so let's just lay out the facts here to speed things up. Space Annals Space alien channeled fantasy is based in the following. Made up stories by people pretending to channel aliens. Do a YouTube search on the Orion Council or the Arcturians and grab some popcorn. Channeling is simply the storytelling of adult children. Number 2. New age language based in fantasy. Dimensions, densities, ascension, transmutation, vibrations, frequencies, etc. are all regurgitated metaphysical jargon from the works of Helena Blavatsky, Alice Bailey, and other channeled sources such as Ramath and Seth. That's the one I was trying to remember early. Alice Bailey and Helena Blavatsky. They got all their start. They got their starts in the 1920s and the 1930s and shit like that. A long fucking time ago. Back when, as we've mentioned before, a meeting took place and they discussed this, and Reagan later plagiarized the fucking topic of that meeting in his speech. That
what would it take
that people
for us
run
to
around
come together?
Use it as proof that there's aliens and the government knows.
Would it not take some outside force?
No, the government knows that the aliens
from some other
is a
place
story they made up
that are coming
100 years ago.
They would bring us together. Would it not? Would it not be? All right, cut it off, y'all. War? No, don't let him say war yet.
So yeah, whoever was talking about Seth earlier, I have heard about Seth. I've never read all of the stuff about it, but it was Alice Bailey, I believe, was the one who was channeling Seth, and Ramantha was Helena Blavatsky, if I have it correctly. But those are the people I was talking about earlier. And Alice Bailey had it in with the people connected with Uri Geller and the stuff that was going on with that in the early, when that time was going on. So more fucking psycho babble woo woo woo. Number 3, it's all debunked pseudo history. Fucking shit. Ancient aliens fucking debunked. Fucking channeling Thoth. Fucking, what's his name? The guy who wrote the...
Dorel?
No, he wrote the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, but there's the other dude. That Spirit Science is based off of the Ancient Secrets of the Flower of Life guy, the guy who wrote that. Drumalo Divacek, that guy there, he supposedly channeled Thoth and stuff too, and gave us all the messages and the secrets. But there's some good stuff in there about sacred geometry and stuff in his books, The Secrets of the Flower of Life, The Ancient Secrets of the Flower of Life. But his messages channeling Thoth and all that stuff is bullshit. The modern day interpretation by Michael Dorrell, aka Claude Dogan, because that's his real name. He's not Dr. fucking Michael Morell or Maurice fucking Morell, whatever the fuck his name is, Dorrell, who fucking channeled fucking these things about where these tablets were, and they found these fucking tablets, and there's 13 tablets. There's not 13 tablets. There's 13 lines. It was translated by fucking Isaac Newton and a whole bunch of other people. Not any of them came up with more than 13 lines on this piece of paper, because it's not even an actual tablet. It was a fucking parchment paper, a papyrus or whatever. And then this guy comes up with, I forgot what year fucking he came up with the story and everything, and came up with this whole white knight brotherhood fucking thing of fucking Egypt protecting the secrets of fucking the tablets, Emerald Tablets of Thoth, and he channeled all this shit and fucking made up this whole entire bullshit story that everybody fucking hangs on the word, and they're waiting for the last 2 tablets because they're so sacred and so unbelievable that the humans can't hear what it says at this time. Which is bullshit, because you can go and you can Google right now translations of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth by, again, Sir Isaac Newton translated. I forget the other people's name, and I would probably butcher their names, but they weren't all easy as Isaac Newton. But he's the most famous and the most prominent one, and into alchemy and stuff, and understood magic and all that stuff, and would say, oh yeah, these are great tablets, this is fucking pure alchemy, this is all that other stuff. Which he understood it's alchemy, and what they're talking about on those 13 lines, not 13 tablets, is alchemy. Dorrell's thing brings in Anunnakis and ancient alien beings and all this other crazy shit that's not anywhere in that fucking thing, in the tablets. Which isn't even tablets, actually. It just became this whole story of tablets. It was a one little, maybe it was a tablet, fucking parchment, fucking papyrus.
Was it an iPad?
Go to bed. Glass tablets from the future. We found it. In the pyramids. So it's all fucking, it's all bullshit.
Bullshit. It's a bunch of woo.
So back to Raw here. So it's all debunked pseudoscience. Fucking just, you can go and look at Ancient Aliens debunked. It's a real easy one. It's a good one. It's 3 hours long and stuff. But that's a good place to start. I'm not saying 100% agree with everything in that and everything that's, but it's a good place to start, and it has a lot of really good stuff and sources to back up what they're saying, with sources to back up what they're saying. Now, if you watch Ancient Aliens on History Channel and look at their sources, they're all inside of this, or somebody who was a fucking bodybuilder fucking promoter. That's their sources. A lot of these people never even been to these places. Never even read actual reports and actual stuff that's known about how these things. We know the techniques of how a lot of this stuff was done. They say that it's nowhere in the pyramids, nowhere written in Egypt. It's how they moved large stones. I just posted up the other day.
Dude, there's no question in Coral Castle.
It's all over the place how they did move large stones. There's reliefs and pictures on the wall carved how they did it. How the pyramids they did that, it isn't. But you assume if they're moving this giant fucking 50-ton statue or whatever the fuck it was that they say it was, and they're moving them logs and the guy's pouring oil on the ground and there's a shitload, hundreds of people pulling this fucking giant statue and putting it in place. All carved out onto this big thing where the statue was, telling everybody how they did it. But no, these people are ancient alien fucking... No, there's no evidence. We can't figure out. Nobody knows how they did it. It's unbelievable. We don't know how they did it.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. It must have been aliens. Can't figure it out. You don't understand it. It must be aliens. Must be Channel Beans told them how to do
They
it.
had no construction equipment back then. We don't have nothing now that can do that stuff. They was dumb.
Number 4, mistranslated Sumerian text. There are no Anunnaki or Nephilim. C. Sitchin is wrong. C. Sitchin is debugs. Fake ancient aliens. C. Druvalo, Dogon tribes and Sears B. debunked. Failed 2012 prophecies. We did not have anything happen other than observe the obvious. Nothing happened in 2012. And nothing happened in 2003 like Sitchin said it was going to happen in 2003, and nothing happened in 2003, so he changed it to 2012, and that's when everybody's like, 2012, jump on the bandwagon with 2012. Nothing happened. And now David Wilcox says it's coming soon, but it hasn't happened.
Listen, nothing he says ever comes to fruition.
Pseudoscience, spirituality, quantum physics, fucking mush word salad, all debunked. Number 7, Atlantis, Lemuria are a myth. See the New Age bullshit of Atlantis and Lemuria. Debunked. It was a story that Plato wrote. A story. And he even said it's a story. It's written as a story. It's not a real place. Atlantis was not a real place. It may have been based on some places that he's seen around and put it together in his story, but it's a place, a story. So, the originator of the Orion fantasy, the idea of the Orion Council, is a fantasy made up out of thin air from a Christian lady who became a New Ager. Her name was Carla Rucker. Carla graduated in 1971 from University of Louisville with areas of study in English literature and earned her master's degree in library services. She would work as a librarian for 6 years and in 1968 became involved in LL Research with Don Elkins and started work full-time with the LL Research Project in 1970, which began as the LL Productions as they worked with film to help them with their work. They mainly were studying UFO and spiritual topics.
Wow.
Oh, all of a sudden she started to get into this stuff. Let's read and see what happens next. There's a video if you go and read this whole article. It's on a channel, unspirituality.com. You can just look it up. He's got a search bar. You Google Carla Rucker, and it'll all come up. There's a video with her, Don Elkins. Next, says, I learned about his taking his life days after it happened. My parents knew and knew his and Carla's name and sent a clipping from the newspaper, and I was the first person to live in Don Elkins' room after she committed suicide nearly 20 years later. Rucker began her career in film by screenwriting and acting. She began this part of her career in the 1970s. The hidden Mukagwanjo. Oh, she must know the other dude there, Damon T. Berry. Well, Damon T. Berry is ripping off hers. Fucking Mukagwanjos. Also known, oh, we found the tie right there. Also known as Invasion of the Girl Snatchers, and she would write a screenplay, supervise the script, and help design costumes, and act in the film using the pseudonym Ellen Tripp. After an actress quit the day before filming, she would go on to work on more films, The Zebra Killer, Abbey, Asylum of Satan, and The Force Beyond. The production company she and her friends ran to make these films was titled L&L Productions, which disbanded after The Force Beyond, which was nicknamed... Shit, where the heck did that go?
You can do it!
I just hit a button, sorry.
Why are you hitting buttons?
I'll be right with you, folks.
Forgive me. which disbanded after The Force Beyond, which was nicknamed The Farce Beyond by staff members as they realized how cheap the movie was and how full of shit it was. The word Orion is mentioned 119 times in The Law of One. In her first book, The Law of One, Book 1, The Raw Material, Carla injects the fantasy of the Orion Council 119 times. She does this by channeling an invisible collective called Ra out of the ethers. But let us not suggest that she made this word salad of confederations and alien council up from her science fiction background. No, let's believe she talks to invisible aliens and spirits. Go ahead, count for yourself. If you go and read it, it's 119 times she mentions it. Failed Prophecy 2012. In The Law of One, she introduces to the world the repackaged version of Christianity, complete with the rapture, of good guys and bad guys, sinners and the saved. She made it her mission to promote the idea of services to other versus service to self, all leading to an ascension in 2012. Ascension time, everybody! We ascended to another dimension! Woohoo! Goodbye, 3D! Hello, 7050! Ascension in 2012 for those who served others, with the sinful self-serving billions left trapped in the third dimension. Repackaged hell, everybody! Just like all these people are. It's a repackaged hell. The shit that, oh man, I wish I could play the fucking thing, the new video from David Wilcox the other day, talking about how people are going to ascend to the next dimension, and the people left here on Earth that can't ascend because they're not, smart enough and good enough or whatever, they get taken off to other planets, to other prison planets.
Yeah.
And they start a whole new Earth here again.
New Earth, yeah. There's a whole new Earth that starts
Yep,
on Earth.
that's what happens. According to David Wilcox, people are going to ascend, and the people that are left over here on the old bad Earth, they're going to get taken off to other planets. Taken away to other prison planets.
I guess I'll get to see my eyes.
Why not just leave them here on the bad Earth?
Yeah.
I don't know. He didn't get to that part in his video. That's one of the questions I got to ask him.
Something because everybody gets to ascend. That's why.
All right, so yeah, so the rest of the 3 billion left down here in repackaged hell. When her prophecy did not come true, they diminished the grand date to it was a strong possibility, and Carla's perspective was just one theory. That's according to them. Although her entire writings were focused on this date. Take a listen and tell me if you think this harvest was just a strong possibility. When you listen to the raw ones and the stuff that she talked about, or you read it and everything like that, she just keeps on reiterating this point over and over again, which they do. They all reiterate the same few points over and over again and throw together some words out and toss in some other fucking cherry-picked articles that have some words that go along with what they want you to think is real and stuff like that, but they really have nothing to do with it at all. Fake aliens and fake history. New Age scam artists who peddle the Orion Council like to use terms such as Anunnaki and Nephilim to arouse interest in the snake oil story. However, they were betting on no one exposing the real facts regarding the sources of these fantasies. Enter Zachariah Sitchin and Robert Temple. Sitchin was an economist who, for whatever reason, decided to mistranslate the Sumerian text into a pseudo-history of ancient aliens, which we know why, because he's connected to Soros and everything else. Again, the same people are talking about all this stuff and trying to fight the bad Illuminati cabal. Get their sources. Their sources come from the Illuminati cabal, according to them.
So my source is the source.
Wait a minute, what? Anyway, so and making a killing off of book sales. Yep, that's what it was about. Now, back in the 70s, there was far fewer resources to debunk such nonsense, but thanks to Sumerian scholars like Michael Heiser of SitchinIsWrong.com, he's also professor at several prominent universities and stuff, and one of the most highly touted people with Sumerian language and cuneiform and stuff like that. That's right. Mike exposed Sitchin's mistranslations of the text and demonstrated how they were never referred to Anunnaki or Nephilim as any type of alien anything. Sitchin was not a Sumerian scholar and proved that by publishing a fantasy that millions around the world peddled and profited from, and are still profiting from. That's what all these people that talk about, the new people jumping on the scene, the guy I was talking about earlier, fucking Sonny Ramirez, whatever his name is, this new dude, fucking Anunnaki, he's just regurgitating the same stuff that fucking Sitchin mistranslated fucking 40 years ago, almost 50 years ago now. 50 years, the same shit just being regurgitated. Nothing new has come about. Nothing is added to the story. And now they're really fucked because new things are actually being discovered. They kind of put their other shit to shame and everything like that. Like, nobody knew about this fucking city in Guatemala. None of the writings, none of the teachers, none of these beings channeling, nobody ever spoke about it. They talk about Inca, they talk about Maya, they talk about Egyptian, they talk about fucking India.
It's
stuff
a
over
huge ass place, too.
You know what I mean? All this stuff. Nobody mentions this fucking city in Guatemala.
But they know it's on Mars, though. They know
everything. Yeah, they know it's on Mars. They know the shit's on Moon and everything like that. They know there's fucking secret alien bases hidden under Antarctica, but they didn't know that there was a fucking thing in the jungle in fucking Guatemala.
Welcome to the jungle.
Over 60,000 fucking structures. Nobody knew it was there.
60,000?
None of these beings should channeling these fucking shit for fucking 30, 40, 50 years. None of them mention that. Anytime a new discovery like that kind of throws a hiccup in the thing, they're like, well, they was hiding it from us and we didn't. What channel being that knows all this stuff? How come they didn't know? Anyway, back to the story here.
That's not what they were here to tell us. That's why. They were here to tell us about other things.
Robert Temple wrote a book entitled The Serious Mystery, where he claimed a tribe from Africa named the Dogon had secret information about the solar system they could have not possibly known unless they were visited by, well, aliens. Unfortunately, this story was easily explained by the fact that most of the Dogon tribe had no idea what the hell he was talking about. Knowledge to the star Sirius, Sigu Tulu, and its sister Po Tolo was also well known before the tribe ever got wind of it, and to embarrassing fact that it was one single shaman of the tribe that supposedly confessed to the galactic secret. But even more telling was that Temple had been highly influenced in his thinking by his mentor, Arthur M. Young. Young was fervent believer in the Council of Nine.
It was 9?
The Council of Nine. Well, everybody that heard the Council of Nine. A group of channeled entities that claimed that they were the 9 creators gods of ancient Egypt.
Wait, they were the gods who created the gods of ancient Egypt?
Mm-hmm.
So they were the gods.
The gods.
Okay, they were the gods.
Mm-hmm. Ancient Atlantis and Lemurians are myth and fake science of laws of creation and the create your own reality thing. To make matters worse, the Orion channeling hucksters deluded their followers with fantasies that quantum physics has something to do with creating your reality, or the idea that we are living in a matrix, or even more ridiculous, the physical universe is an illusion. Do a search on YouTube to Orion channeling just to get an idea of the pervasiveness of this idea. Once again, the New Age scam artists have been caught with their hands in the pseudoscience jar with a shit-eating grin on their faces. The science of quantum mechanics has nothing to do with any New Age fantasy of human consciousness is creating realities in the ways that they think it does, or the ways that they want to say that it does.
I never understood why they call it shit-eating grin. Why would you be grinning if you ate shit?
You can just imagine what your face would the grin.
You wouldn't be grinning.
But a grin isn't necessarily a good thing. You can grin at you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just a shit. You just imagine the face that somebody has on their fucking. I don't know. Yeah, this shit is good, and you're like, oh yeah, this shit is real. You know, when you eat some bad food, but it's really, and you try to tell the person,
and the shit can taste like wood.
Yeah, you look, and they're like, how is it? And you're like, it's really good, but it's shit. That kind of grin, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, so. The idea of this comes from a misinterpretation of actual science. In a nutshell, quantum physics is the science of how tiny particles of light function on a quantum level. Because again, everybody these days is a quantum fucking physicist and a quantum fucking scientist and everything like that.
Yeah.
When these particles are shot through a couple of slits, their possibilities appear like a wave. This happens with or without humans looking. In other words, the activity of photons and electrons happen all over the universe without any human interaction. The second thing that should embarrass the alien orators, I think that's... I don't know. Is that what happens on a quantum level does not, I repeat, does not apply to the macro level in any way. New Age delusion peddler bamboozlers with their audience will have them believing. Let me put it this way. The moon is still there even when you are not looking at it. And you can't make the moon really disappear by creating a new reality without it. You can't make the bus stop from hitting you as you're crossing the street because you weren't looking because you was reading a story about the Anunnaki on your phone.
Boom, bitch.
There's a lot of stuff in your reality that you can't create. Now, your thoughts about what's happening in reality, you can create. You have a bad day at work. You don't have to think of it as a bad day. Think of it as a learning experience or something, you know what I mean, to take from it. Or whatever. You're changing the situation around, making it, instead of so bad, making it into a positive situation or a better situation and stuff like that. But it's still a reality that you fucking got into a car accident because of the dipshit over there or whatever happens. But you don't have to freak out, make yourself all upset, and have a fucking heart attack about it. That's you have that power. You have that power to create your thoughts, how you react to that situation. But you don't have the power to fucking turn back and say, nope, this guy's not going to hit me and my car's fucking still brand new and I'm going to drive down the road happy. Not happening.
Well, unless you're that guy I met in California who told me when he drives down the road. No, hey, when he drives down the road, Meta, wake up. The best story I heard was about a guy, and apparently Larry King called him he's the real deal, some whatever the fuck he said he was, healer or some spiritualist, whatever. But he said when he rides down the roads in California, of all places, even on the highway, no matter when it is, but all the cars, it's never traffic for him, ever. And then he wanted to take me for a ride in his car to prove this, and I was like, fuck no. But I told him you should get a camera, put a camera up, and put it on your fucking dashboard, and everywhere you go, you get to see it, right? You be able to prove that. And then that'd be some tangible proof that you could show people. Scientists would wonder, how is he able to do it? Show me some fucking ambiguous couple of pictures from some random times and shit of, I don't know what the fuck
are you looking at? Yeah,
exactly. Or when it was. Could have been fucking Christmas morning when there's no traffic. Maybe even could have been a reason.
So yeah, I mean, you can create your reality. Think about a new invention that you want to do and make that tangible. You can create a reality that I want to get this job and stuff. But there's a reality that you're not going to get the job, no matter how fucking hard you work at and think in your head and be positive about it, that you're not going to get that fucking job. You might get some fucking terrible disease. You might be able to have in your reality the power to change that disease like I did and stuff. But then there's other things that, guess what? Sorry to say, you might not be able to change your reality. But then, of course, these people will be like, but that's the life that you chose. That's the reality that you created for yourself, and this is the lessons that you're here to learn.
Quicker ascension,
as you ascend to the next level. Yeah. Anyway, back to saying the law of attraction is based on quantum physics is a slap to the face for anyone who knows anything about quantum physics, has ever worked in a scientific field, or has either one of their feet planted in reality at all. A popular trick amongst hucksters and thieves is to give legitimacy to their product by claiming it as scientific backing. The fantasy of creating your reality and the law of attraction fools millions worldwide in a false narrative of reality. It creates dissociation and psychological split that feeds disillusional thinking, hallucinations, mental illness, and cult-mindedness. Without this fantasy of creating your reality and the physical universe is an illusion, along with the fake science and the fake history, fake metaphysical language, and fake stories of ex-Christians, God New Age, and garbage-peddling channelers, we would have a lot of monkeys from the Orion Confederation having to get a job like the rest of us. Thanks for the read.
That was so helpful.
I mean, so that's a quick and easy breakdown of, I mean, just what to look for and stuff, and some points and these sources, and it's just a lot of it. And you know, I mean, like this lady, she's channeling and saying that you have the power to create your reality and everything, and she stopped channeling because she had to have operations and her back was messed up and stuff. Well, why didn't she create a reality where her back wasn't messed up and she could keep on channeling? And just because your back is messed up and you had some operations, you can't channel anymore?
No, because, see, what happens with channeling is that you have to be...
but you create your reality.
Well, apparently she couldn't
create her reality, and then she ended up dying of cancer or something like that. There's more to the story. I mean, we're not going to get ill of the dead or anything like that, but I mean, it's... You're preaching and talking all this stuff and saying these beings are telling you this stuff and tell everybody this stuff.
I'm still waiting for the beings to be like, you know what, here's the way to fix yourself. Here's some channeling, some real shit. Since we're aliens, we have all this advanced technology and abilities and capabilities, and eventually we're going to come and give it to you. But since you're one of our faithful, you know, we'll show you how to do it now, or come do it for you now. They never do that. That never happens.
No, but the Corey Goods, oh, I've seen it, all this technology, everything they had, it's coming. I saw them healing stuff and doing everything. There's no more. They could just take water and make water and do all this stuff.
You know what my favorite thing is, even with DW, is that in all these years, with all this insight, all these people you've met, all these people you supposedly have had contact with, I mean, you're talking a long time of this bullshit, right? how come it's always them? How come they've never just taken you somewhere and you've come back and like, you know, I've actually seen it for my fucking self. Woo! No, it's always I heard or I've been told.
And here's the video.
Right.
Nope, it's always I've been told. And
never.
And we know from the materials that we got from Sitchin and Montanican and Ike
And
that this stuff is real.
And Roswell. Those balloons, alien.
He was just a video the other day, and he's like, quantum physicists confirm what I'm saying. No, they don't. You don't understand quantum fucking physics at all. I got a book right over there for you, fucking DW. Quantum physics for fucking dummies. And I bet you still won't get it.
Like, well, that's all misinformation. It's all lies. It's all bullshit. You know?
Yeah, it's part of the indoctrination of the school system. It's part of the government.
So all the fake science. All science is fake.
Except for our science, and there's real science up here in the secret space program, a breakaway secret space program. You know, they broke away. They were able to take over the Cabal's secret space stuff.
And our age regression and everything, and tablets, clear tablets that were back then. So what would they be now? And I mean, were they the future? Wait, were they past? Future? I don't remember. Yeah, what kind? Those tablets from the past or the future? I don't remember. It's so fucking confusing. But again, there's a million channelers now. Everybody's channeling, but with all this channeling, I would just like to see someone channel some fucking change. How about that? And I'm not talking about, because, yeah, a lot of people going along with, oh, yeah, the peace and love and all that stuff is great. But channel some actual, factual change. Some actual, factual, tangible evidence. All these aliens that are out there, you're channeling.
You know, the plans for some technology to fucking save the fucking planet that aren't already in the works or something like that. Because Corey Good and stuff is talking about machines and stuff that pull water out of the air and stuff.
No, but Emery Smith is even more because he's actually, you know, they've made stuff based on the stuff.
Oh, yeah, he's a scientist now and he's got a lab. Oh, fuck, great. Now this fucking asshole's going to blow some fucking
Pinky in the
people
brain, motherfuckers.
Fucking kill some fucking people.
Brain? What are you acting on today?
Now I got a lab all set up in my garage. I've been doing some experiments and stuff.
Yo, you know he's making a flux capacitor. That's what he's really trying to do. He's going to get DeLorean. I was like, why'd you get a DeLorean? No reason.
He said he's reverse engineering the technology that he's seen in his lab.
Yeah, after all these years.
After all this stuff that he's
Bob
seen.
was on too. Isn't he reverse engineered nothing from all this stuff?
But you know, but Bob, he's engineering some stuff. I believe he's a smart guy and he can engineer some shit. But it's all his own fucking ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
Or maybe some ideas when he was working in groups with other people. We have some ideas. Let's put it together. Let's try and make it happen. It didn't happen.
He should show up at one of those fucking shows on like a crazy ass hover bike that no one knows how it works. See, then you'd be like, oh shit. Now he knows something. Oh no, they would get rid of him though. Same thing with Emery Smith. Although, why is he producing stuff that he can? Well, because if you produce stuff that was engineered by, and then wouldn't that be bad stuff? Wouldn't they want you not to engineer that stuff? Wouldn't they? Oh, that's why he has security. Never mind. I get it. Now it makes sense.
You're an idiot.
It all makes sense now. It's all coming together.
All right, let's get ready. The last one.
Yeah, we're gonna smoke this
last one up.
You could have just
you
could
have
get up and walk all the way over.
Take a walk.
Being all shy.
Take a walk.
Yeah. Being all disruptive and shit.
Maybe we'll read these 10 reasons why spirit channeling and channeling is bogus.
Okay.
While we smoke this last blunt here.
Please. Go on. I want to hear this.
You are a huge nerd.
We need to know.
Come on!
Are you ready?
Duh. Winning.
Sorry. I wonder if anybody's got any butthurt about we've been talking about this stuff tonight. I'd like someone to address it though. That's the thing. When you say stuff, you would hope that people on the other end who are so believers and so staunch about their side.
Well, you know, we're going to be called non-believers and debunkers and whatever. Well, it's not that we're debunking. We're just we're just being truthful. We're just putting out the truth. We are talking. We're just sick of the bamboozle, the woo-woo, and all that other stuff. And people are out there lying and knowingly taking advantage of people. These people are looking for answers, and these are the answers that.
And all they're getting is. That's all they're getting. Come on, seriously. All these.
All right. 30-year journey. Over my 30-year journey through the metaphysical jungle, I explored a vast array of ancient and modern belief systems, including channel teachings from New Age celebrities such as Seth and Jay-Z Knights, Ramath, and Lee.
You said Jay-Z what? Hove?
not that Jay-Z.
The Rock?
But yeah, no. Lee Carroll's Karan and Rucker and Don Elkin and Jimmy McCarty's Ra and Daryl Anka's Bashar and Esther and Jerry Hicks Abraham. It's so cute when the couples channel the same beings together.
Oh, when they have a Facebook page together too. That's so cute.
Grunvalo Maldivsacek and his wife there, they channel Thoth together. It's so cute.
Are they doing it in bed? Were they like naked in the shower?
I don't know. So Seth, Ramath, Cryon, Ra, Bashar, Abraham are all supposedly the names of invisible people that speak through the heads of human channels. One might immediately realize the stillness of this performance, but unfortunately we have plenty of naive adult children on the planet to keep this circus in business.
You're an idiot.
We all have an inner self that expresses through feeling, intuition, and archetypes. The true bio-spiritual way is to understand this inner world and not confuse it with the objective world. Do some real fucking shadow working, people. Talk to your other selves. We all got other selves and shit. They're not really aliens. I do too. Express deep into insight from aspects of ourselves can yield immensely powerful results, but it can also produce a labyrinth full of delusions. For decades, these people have promoted the same basic message through books and stuff. All right, let's just get down to the list. All right, below, here's the list of 10 reasons why Spanish channeling and alien channeling is bogus. Dualism. Science demonstrates that the mind or soul is a creation of the brain. The New Age concept of reincarnation and volatilization, entrance into the earth realm mixed with the cherry-picked psychological and quantum physics jargon comprise of the message of all channelers injected into their audiences. There are very good reasons to think that it's not true, and we know this from now 150 years of neurology where you damage areas of the brain and faculties are lost. It's not that everyone with brain damage has their soul perfectly intact. They can't get the words out. Everything about your mind can be damaged by damaging the brain. You can cease to recognize faces and you can cease to know the names of animals, but you still know the names of tools. The fragmentation in the way in which our mind is parcellated at the levels of the brain is not at all intuitive, and there's a lot known about it and how it works. And what we're being asked to consider is that you damage one part of the brain and something about the mind and subjectivity is lost. You damage another and yet more is lost. And yet if you damage the whole thing at death, we can rise off of the brain without our faculties intact, recognizing grammar and speaking English. Like the people that come back doing that, like they might have lost something, but they come back with something. Sam Harris, neuroscientist and philosopher. Number 2, pseudoscience. The message of channeled teachings does not accurately represent the science it refers to. Quantum flapdoodle is used to force science into a hole. That's a good one. I like that word. Quantum flapdoodle. Into a hole of metaphysical wishful thinking. Regarding the movie that launched Quantum Flapdoodle, what the bleep do we know? David Albert, a philosopher of physics who appears in the film, has accused the filmmakers of selectively editing his interview to make it appear that he endorsed the film's thesis that quantum mechanics is linked with consciousness. He said he is profoundly unsympathetic to attempts to link in quantum mechanics with consciousness. The American Chemical Society reviews criticism that the film as a pseudoscientific docudrama, saying among the more outlandish assertions are that people can travel backwards in time, that matter is actually thought. According to Dr. Miguel, professor in theoretical physics at Imperial College, the film deliberately misquoted science. Bernie Hobbs, a science writer with Science Online, explains why the movie is wrong about quantum physics in reality. The observer effect of quantum physics isn't about people or reality. It comes from the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, and it's about the limitations of trying to measure the position of momentum of subparticles. This only applies to subatomic particles. A rock doesn't need you to bump into it to exist. It's there. The subatomic particles that make up the atoms that make up the rock are there too. 3. Hypnosis, suggestive speech. The delivery of channel teachings are done by suggestion, which is used in hypnosis. The information is spoken as if, in fact, and when delivered in a word-rolling fashion, induces trance-like states in humans listening to it. One can look at the method of Christian faith healers, for example. Add to that the language is nonsensical and removes a person's mind from the natural world, creating an alternative reality. Identification with this reality disassociates the person from the natural world, and common sense, such as in the case of a person who doesn't wear their seatbelt because they believe nothing bad can happen to them due to their intentions, are good. Yep. How many people out there was like, yep, I'm creating my reality. I don't need to wear my seatbelt today.
I wear my seatbelt. I actually do.
I'm not, I'm just saying. It's just the thought. That's what it's saying. Just think about what these people are putting out there into people's heads, and people are going out there like, oh yeah, some of the stuff they're saying, might help people's life out. But you might want to wear your seatbelt. You might be a good driver, but everybody else ain't out there. You can't fucking stop everybody else who's creating their own reality in front of them. The next guy, the guy that plows into you at 90 miles an hour because he's a race car driver in his reality. Think about that.
Too fat.
As you create in reality.
You suck.
Again, you create your reality, but not in the way that these people and what everybody's talking about. Number 4, erroneous claims. The claims that an alien being or advanced spiritual entity is communicating through the human channel is debunked by the fact that not one channel teaching ever taught us anything our sciences didn't already know outside of normal guesswork and speculation. The rest of it is nothing more than human imagination or repackaged dualism. There's no proof of information leading to the conclusion of the claims. The evidence leads to human beings bamboozling their audiences by telling elaborate stories in order to get them to believe that they are speaking to God, angels, spirits, aliens, and so on. Add in a host of other erroneous claims regarding Earth's history, secret space projects, and consciousness, and you have all the ingredients of a manufactured woo-woo story. I added the woo-woo in. Makes it to sneak.
Can you woo-woo-woo?
Number 5. Programming of language. Channeled messages are all the same. Thought clouds of programming using big words, scientific jargon, psychological phrases, and New Age teachings, dimensions, consciousness, vibrations, frequency, soul, higher self, past lives, time travel, etc. Words such as these are mixed in a nonsensical array of meaningless jargon sprinkled with common knowledge. One has to read over and over the same phrases because they don't actually say anything beyond poetic dead-end knowledge. This confusing information is intended to keep the seeker indefinitely returning for more rather than actually educating them. That's why all these people, when you go watch DW's videos, Corey Goods, fucking Ike, all these people, the fucking Bashar guys and stuff, all the people are like, oh, it's been so long, I've been waiting for your videos, because, David DW was gone from Geyer, and he didn't have his YouTube running, and everybody's like, oh, DW's making videos again, I'm so happy again, what's your information, tell me, and he's just saying the same thing that he said over and over again for the last fucking 15 years.
It's gonna happen. The tribunals, which I talked about, that I found out back in 2019.
Same thing that everybody else has been saying.
He has a nickname now.
Alright, so it goes on to say, this life is nothing short of condensing rebirth of a condensing rebirth of unlimited serenity. We live, we exist, we are reborn. The goal of four-dimensional superstructures is to plant the seed of choice rather than turbulence. We are the crossroads of growth and discontinuity. The thought cloud takes a person out of the context of their natural world and reprograms them into a reality that is not true or congruent with reality. It is a set of teachings that are mixed with fallacies and falsities that misrepresent science and common sense. Confirmation bias, also called conformity bias or my side bias, is a tendency to search for, interpret, favor, or recall information in a way that confirms one's pre-existing beliefs or hypotheses while giving this proportionately less consideration to alternative possibilities based on facts and reality. Number 6, spoon-fed reality nonsense. The end result is the person will buy more of the spoon-fed reality because they are addicted to it. Instead of doing their own hard work of thinking and learning about life, they have been bamboozled into a lie. They have been trapped by a mind, manipulating hypnotic spells, and how they are now funding zombies. That's why we're at the point, because as we've learned and we've talked about these things over the years, and we actually researched all these things, and we keep going deeper and deeper, and we find out this one's bullshit. Throw this in the pile over here. Oh, this is fucking bullshit. Throw it over here. This is all turning out to be bullshit. We finally had to come forward and say, hey, this is bullshit. We're still looking for the real shit for you. We will come with it, but this is bullshit. We're not just gonna keep fucking making up bullshit and going along with it. We're gonna tell you this shit is bullshit. We've come.
Maybe the fight for the truth will make them give us the truth.
A lot of it seems plausible. A lot of it seems believable. But as you dig further and you do actual research, but that's the problem with the majority of people say they're doing research, but they watch David Wilcox's video, but they don't go research anything that he says. Oh, he's talking about Antarctica and nobody can go there.
But
and nobody can see it.
Hold up, but you can't research bullshit. How are you going to research tribunals and secret fucking things that are going on in people in places that you're
exactly.
not going to
Guantanamo
Bay?
You can research that. Go and research the words that he's using. Military tribunal. Only people in the military can be tried in these things and stuff, and they're not going to be held in secret. And where are these people's families? You can look into that stuff when he's talking about Antarctica and stuff like that, and you can't go there and all this other bullshit. You can go and look all that stuff up, or any of the stuff that he's saying. You can look into it. You can go, okay, or if you think, okay, let me just look into the person of who David Wilcox is and what he does for a living.
And where did he come from?
Where did he come from? Where did he start out with? How did he pop on the scene?
What's he been saying?
How come these people, these insiders with these clearance levels so much higher than the president, 35th cosmic fucking level clearances?
No, majestic, cosmic, super
clearances, whatever it is. The president doesn't even have these clearances and stuff, but these people, are, instead of coming and telling the president to fucking this stuff so he can help save the world or whatever, they come and tell David fucking Wilcox. Just think about it, people. Oh no, tell me more, David. What did they tell you?
You're telling me that it's coming.
But if you read his stuff on his website and everything, and you read his apology letter that he wrote about Guyard and stuff like that, he admits over and even watch his videos, he says, I'm a content creator. He says it again and again. I'm a content creator. I create content. He doesn't say I'm a researcher, I'm an investigative journalist, any of that. He says I am a content creator. He's creating content for you. He researches content to present to you. He doesn't research the stuff that he's actually talking about. A lot of it, again, is stuff that's been just regurgitated over and over again, mixed in with his bullshit. Oh, I channeled Raw last night, and he said to do this and that. Send me money.
Thanks for your
Alright, number 7. Failed predictions. Vague predictions are made that any intelligent human could guess at and hint somewhere in the ballpark that are going to happen. The idea,
the earthquake somewhere?
The idea that an ancient spirit or alien having no more guessing success than a human is more proof, it's total nonsense. Listen to the first few minutes of the following video where a man sounding just like David Wilcox tells George Norrie that he comes from the future and predicts that the U.S. Capitol will relocate to Area 51 in Nevada around the year 2000 after the East Coast gets hit with a major disaster. Consider for a moment that this voice is highly likely to be David Wilcox for reasons yet to be announced on this person's YouTube channel and stuff. And it's pretty much confirmed that it is David Wilcox that's doing this. His whole story changed because nobody was picking up.
Hey, remember,
nobody was buying
all the information in the future is going to be on floppy disks.
Oh, the stuff he said in that call, y'all got to go Google it after.
Oh my God, yes, please do. Go to YouTube, whatever. It's hilarious. You'll get a good laugh. It's definitely old boy. And the shit he said, that shit's not even being used now in 2019. He was talking about in 2000. What was it?
That was in the 90s. That was 95. It was like the early 90s. He calls into the fucking talking to George Norrie. Okay.
No, wasn't it Art Bell even at that time? Or was it George Norrie?
No, it says,
George
well,
Norrie.
this says,
Okay,
I think it was George
Norrie.
Norrie at the time. Yeah, this is in the fucking 90s. Number 8, storytelling animals. Get my blunt going here. It's going out here. Fucking so sticky.
It's sticky icky.
Try to read these too. Humans are storytelling animals from the dawn of civilization. We know because it's written on walls in caves. Humans have one for sure thing in common, and that is storytelling. If you consider the role of religion and mythology throughout history, it's almost impossible to separate storytelling from the course of human evolution. Humans are pattern-seeking storytelling animals, and we are quite adept at telling stories about patterns, whether they exist or not. Michael Shermer. And then there's a link to another good article about the storytelling animal and how stories make us human, by Jonathan Gottschall. Anyway, number 9, adult children, imaginary friends. We all know that children have a knack for telling wild stories as well as having imaginary friends. Further back in history you go, the worse the child abuse gets according to research. Read The History of Childhood by Lloyd DeMoose. It is my belief that children who have been shamed for their imaginations grow up with a deficient and seek out religion or spirituality to validate their native musings. The right in having an imaginary friend can experience in a social, religious, spiritual environment. Even though this can be a healing experience, it can produce identification with inner imaginary and create a belief-dependent reality. Unless the adult evolves with the experience of his or her imagination, they fall prey to arrested development or permanent adult infancy. Fluoride is working on these people. And number 10, not to make fun of it or anything, but put any bad light on it or anything like that, is mental illness. The dualistic story of a human being choosing to come here as a spirit to create reality disassociates the mind into two beings, a human and a spirit. The ideology further alienates people from the natural world and causes a belief-dependent reality that can cause delusions, hallucinations, and even depression. Cognitive dissonance is another term used for the tension one experiences when holding two opposite beliefs simultaneously. Ideas on the levels of a science fiction movie taken literally can create confusion and even disorientation when faced with the facts of real life and real reality before you.
The real world.
And if you go in, because we're going to probably end the show right now, because I don't want to roll another blunt right now and stuff. Go and look into the dark side of New Age religion and spirituality and stuff like that, and what it does to people. And what happens, and a lot of these people, you'll see them posting up, and people will talk about it and stuff, and they'll be like, well, you know, you lose some friends, and you're going to lose this, and you're going to lose that and stuff, because these people are going to think you're crazy and stuff, and family and whatever. But that's okay, because you got us over here. It goes back to the story I read a few weeks ago.
We're your family now.
A few weeks ago about all these delusional Q fucking people that are in their fucking, they're fucking going through like a midlife crisis and stuff, telling their kids to fuck off, telling all their family to fuck off.
You don't want to believe?
I'm sitting here eating my fucking holiday dinner all alone because my kids won't talk to me. 6 months now, but I got you guys. Go Q. Make America great again.
Go Space Force.
Go Space Force and all this stuff. Oh, getting channel messages. Up. It's okay that all my friends think I'm a fucking whack job because I got my channel friends. Just think about it. That's fucking crazy. That's delusional. Those people need to actually get some help and work on the problems and stuff that they're trying to, you know, I get the point that these people are seeking help. They think this stuff is helping them. Some of the messages, there's some message to it, but when you're dependent on these people, give me more, Bashar. It's literally fucking $3,000. $3,000 for a fucking yearly membership to his stuff, plus all this other stuff that you got to play to include his stuff, and people pay it. People pay it willingly.
Hey,
and how many of those
dollar got a jet?
And how many of those people are actually really truly getting that much benefit of the money that they're paying for it? I can understand you're reading a self-help book, it's worth the $30, $40, $50. You pay for it, you get some inspiration, some good ideas of it, you put it into practice in your life, and you get a little bit of improvement out of it. Doesn't make your life fucking, I'm a fucking millionaire now, look at me, alright, traveling around the world, doing everything else, creating reality and shit like that. No, not $3,000 fucking dollars a year worth of it. Sure. And people are paying this year after year after year because this dude's still out here. He's still doing it.
He got his money.
What the fuck, people?
Wake up, all you people.
And that's what the problem is because it comes back to the way the human minds, and we're not taught all this stuff, and people have different levels of intelligence. A lot of these people may look like they're highly intelligent people, but on other levels of intelligence and things like that, they're just not there. and they have these repressed things, and they haven't dealt with the fact that, you know, they were made fun of because they had a fucking imaginary friend when they were kids or whatever that happened. There could have been some other type of trauma and stuff that they lived through their whole lives. We see it all the time. Look at this fucking country itself. Number one fucked up country, depression, anxiety, all these fucking things and stuff like that, and people not dealing with all these problems and all this shit that's gone on in their lives because they don't know how to deal with it. But they're all really smart people, doctors, lawyers, fucking scientists, whatever, fucking bankers, fucking you name it, investigators, reporters, whoever. Police officers, firefighters, and shit like that. Look at everybody. Look at how fucked up their head is. And then you hear, oh, channeling this guy. Oh, yeah, this sounds great. Oh, okay, sure. I believe this stuff.
Yeah. You're watching Channel Zero.
And that's why I feel bad. And I see it, and then you know these people know they're full of shit, and they're bamboozling you with the woo-woo. And they're taking advantage and stuff. Now, again, you want to write a self-help book. You want to help people out that way. You want to tell people that that's what you're doing, and that's fine. But when you're swindling and using this stuff and all this cherry-picking and throwing this shit together in a big fucking word salad fucking thing. Oh, yeah, sure, give me, here's some more. Again, the way they talk. So if you listen to the way that Bashar talks, the way that these people talk and everything, and when they're talking to you and channeling and doing this stuff, it's very methodical. It's the way they do it. It gets you and it hypnotizes you and stuff. That's what these people research.
It's like the preachers.
And the preachers and stuff, they get it in. It's
wait a minute, the congregation look like they falling asleep. Let me wake them up. Hallelujah. Y'all ready to talk about the scripture? We're going to talk about the Lord right now. I see y'all falling asleep in the pews.
You have to have the voice and stuff. You don't have that right voice, the right tone, the right way.
Do we need the choir to sing?
To captivate them, to get them to listen to you, to hang on to your every word, and just... They're not even hearing your words. They're just like, there's just the sound. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's it.
Let's get that Holy Spirit. Let me channel the Holy Spirit.
Ooh, alien chicken birds, save the day.
That's it.
That's it.
The last blunt smoked. The show's over. We'll see you next week. If you're new, subscribe. You never know when we might jump on in between. But until then, tell a friend, be a friend. Peace and love. We out. Next week, another topic. Maybe a guest. You never know. Especially if we can get this fucking Google Hangout shits right. Then maybe we will have our guests on.
Hopefully we'll get the other stuff working so we can play some more videos and show you guys some more stuff.
You can have fun. That's it, though. We out.
We out. Peace and love, everybody.
Good night. Goodbye.